supposed to co-main event the Earl Spence and Pacquiao fight. So that says that right there. Now, what's gonna come along with that? I wonder if they're gonna try to give him a shot.
Well, the way I can see that they can finagle this one is keep it all hush hush,
right?
And
right,
put out
right.
pressure that he relinquished the belt or something like that, because he wants a larger opportunity. So that's the way I think that they're going to finagle this, and then he's going to still be there after fight, depending on how much damage punishment he's taking in the co-main. He'll be the one in the audience, or he'll hop in the ring and challenge the winner.
That's what I would do, but shoot, that's kind of if Earl, because right now I know Bud rooting for Earl right now, just for simple fact, because he get all the belts, that's easy work for Bud, and then Bud get to fight Earl because Earl stated that he would fight Bud when he wins against Pacquiao. That's how he put it. When I win against Pacquiao, I want to make that fight with Bud. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, but
so I know he rooting for him. But at the same time, like you said, I wonder will Ugas be that in-between fight for Earl before he fight a Bud Crawford?
Well, couldn't he be an in-between fight for Terrence also?
Yeah, but I'm going to fight the man who got my belt.
I mean,
if he get that shot. And that's a fact, too, right there. That's a good scenario because if he can't get that, the next best thing would be fight Bud, let him be down there like an eliminator. Because if Bud loses, nobody's gonna want to see Bud fight Earl.
Exactly. But there's still more factors to this, though. I mean, Thurman is throwing his hand in the race. Porter still has his hand in the race. Those two guys, along with Ugas, they have viable points to want to challenge Earl.
Oh, yeah, and I will say this, man. I know the rumors going around. I forgot who reported on Twitter, but he said that there's, I don't want to say rumors, but it was another word that was used that we may see a Thurman and Sean Porter too.
Speculation.
Yeah, but he has sources, though, but it ain't out yet. But that's what I'm saying. Allegedly, we may see that, and I won't be mad because the fight was so close between, Sean always got close fights, man. He just got to get over that hump. I be rooting for Sean, bro. It's just that hump, it'd be something happen, where you be like, oh, Sean got this. And then it'd be the one thing that happened, be like, dang, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So, it is. But so I hope they do get this one on. I would like to see that. Especially, I want to say I keep Thurman. He's saying he changed his ways. He's more grittier now and all of that.
Can I propose an idea?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. This process would take about a year and a half.
Uh-huh.
Because it gives the fighters time to recover. You have your Thurman versus Porter. Then you have your Bud versus Ugas. The winner of those two fights fight each other in a title eliminator.
Right. I can see that. And that's what's crazy because even though you take that belt and get away from Ugas, it still put him in the top 3 that would deserve a shot.
He's in the top 5 of the division.
Well, yeah, top 5, I'm saying, though, but he clearly would now. The question beforehand, he has the belt. It was given to him. So he had the belt, right? Mm-hmm. And the question was, okay, he's going to fight Earl. Everybody felt like Earl was going to whitewash him, which I don't think it was going to be that easy, right? Now, at the end of the day, right, you take that belt. It was crazy. You take that belt away from him, give it to Pacquiao. It's almost put him in a stronger place to have a shot for an even bigger opportunity. How does that work? Are you getting what I'm saying here?
I get what you're saying.
Now, if he beats Pacquiao, right, and if Ugas fight Bud, if he beats Bud, it's like now it's Mando. You gotta see me for all the straps. You understand you get what I'm saying? Because now I got Bud strapped. Now you gotta see me. Like it's like
you got my strap off of circumstance.
Yeah. So you get what I'm saying? And I got the strap you need. So you gotta see me. So it's like it puts him in an even greater situation, even though it looks like he being played. if that's how the scenario would play out, because that's what I would be campaigning for. Yeah, it's perfect because Bud need a fight.
Yeah, it puts him in a proverbial catbird seat. It puts him up there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's all kinds of ways and scenarios that this thing can play out. All kinds of ways, and it's just the math to it. The math to it is too much, and I think we're making it too much when it's so much simpler than what we think it is.
Well, all you can do is call speculation. Goddamn me, when you don't know the plan, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, but I was just thinking in my head, like, okay, take it then, take the belt. If Earl win it, and if Bud choose to fight, because like I said, Bud actually needs a fight. He's not lined up to fight nobody. If he fight Ugas, right, which is a reputable name, because everybody keeps saying Bud don't fight names and all this. Everybody know who Ugas is. If he fight Ugas, and Ugas was subject to win that fight and take a strap, what makes it better is because he wouldn't earn the strap. It wasn't given to him, and he beat the man to get that strap, the WBO. And then now the three strap holder got to see me.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Like, to be unified. If he wants to be unified, truly, he has to come over.
Right. So it's a trip. Like, oh dang, they take a belt, but you kind of almost put me in a better situation. As long as Bud fight him, you get what I'm saying? And he got a shot to do it. To me, that's crazy how the math of boxing can work.
Whew, it's almost worse than calculus.
Yeah, that's some crazy stuff, man. What you think about Keith Thurman talking about you really don't need 4 belts to be undisputed?
That's a bold-faced lie because he's basing all this off of the franchise belt, which gave him absolute power.
Well, that too, he said also because some countries doesn't recognize the IBF and
but other countries, we don't fight in other countries.
Right. That's why I was like, how does he gets to say that? And people holding it up was like, well, now people are saying, well, technically Earl is undisputed because he about to get this 3rd belt. He gonna be undisputed. I'm like, no, that's majority belt holder. They used to say these terms back in the day. Back in the day, I wish we can't go back there where make people fight people. Okay, but the rules could go back. I'm talking about subtle things, not rules. Okay, if you got
subtle terms,
right? If you got 3 belts, you become majority belt holder. You're unified. You're unified with 2 belts, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make it clear. 3 belts, you become majority belt holder. Okay? 4 belts, you're undisputed. We need them rules to come back into play and made clear to the public. That's why we're here for y'all. Another thing that needs to be separated in boxing, I'm tired of a lot of these boxers that are good, but they get a lot of knockouts on their record when they're not knockouts. They're stoppages. They're TKOs. If you go look at any old film, it used to say knockouts, TKOs. It was separate. It was separate. If that man didn't go to sleep, you didn't KO him.
Well, you got to understand that was done more so for the casual fan to get them more involved in the sport because they're not going. Not everybody knows a technical knockout is a TKO, but the terminology of that term, you know, it says it all. Technical. So technically, it's a knockout, but it's not. Right. Technically, it is. So that was just done for the casual fan, just to give them more, you know, appeal to the sport.
Right. I get that, but it damages as well.
It does.
We're not here to make dummies, and I'm not calling nobody no dummy. But I'm saying when you listen to dummy rules that aren't real, and then I got people quoting this shit to me, you know, when I watch Earl, and they say, not Earl, but say you just watch something, I'm not even gonna use him. Just say you watch a boxer, they be like, oh man, he said, what you talking about? His last 5 fights was all knockouts. And then you come to me and you say that to me, I'm like, no, 2 of them was, 3 were technical knockouts. Man, it's all the same. No, the fuck it's not. Dude was still standing on his feet. He just wasn't swinging back, and they stopped the fight.
That's a technical knockout.
So it's not a knockout. So, but you got people believing. You get what I'm saying? Oh man, you got 5 knockouts. No. And that creates a disconnect between a boxer, a boxing fan who really cares about boxing, and then the ones who don't, who care about boxing, but they just want to watch it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you bridge that gap by quick changing terms, you'll bridge that gap. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had a interesting debate with a gentleman in my comment section over a video over something similar to this, and it just shows that it's not just the casual fan. It's a lot of this media outlets also that are doing this, and
they're pumping it. They're pumping it. They're
pumping it to people to where they're believing this as scripture, as actual gospel,
right?
When it's just a theory, basically at this point. But they're not seeing it that way,
right?
But yeah, I just lost my train of thought.
I know it was funny though. I ain't gonna say that was funny, but no, on everything though. So like you got these media outlets that will pump a rumor quick and then switch up quick. That's damaging in itself. If I sit here and be like, oh shoot, Bud fight Ugas, instead of me saying what if Bud fight Ugas, I'm like, so when Bud fight Ugas, you know, that's how the shit go, blah blah. People gonna run with that, right? Then people get excited. Oh, that's dope. Hey, I heard Bud gonna fight Ugas. Then the telephone game gets applied to it. You get what I'm saying? Now, but because I lied, now it's not gonna happen. Now we got a lot of people who are let down because a lot of people wanted to see it.
Well,
now it's not gonna happen, and that straight people away from it too. And I watched that countless times. ESPN reporting rumors.
Yeah.
And you're big enough. You are a big enough outlet to really find out the truth if you wanted to.
That's true, but you got to remember we live in a clickbaity society, so that's trickled down from YouTube to the actual plain corporatized media to where they're getting clickbaity with rumors and suggestions and all this different type of stuff and passing it off as fact. It's damaging to the sport, honestly. It really is, because with the whole Mikey Garcia Manny Pacquiao thing, he did not know that he was supposed to fight him.
Right. He was like, I popped out just like y'all popped out. You know what I'm saying?
See that?
He didn't know. He didn't know the list. Exactly. But the thing, it sounded like he had a contract. He already saw it and all this crap. Mm-hmm. And none of that took fruition. And
then, like earlier, when they were saying that Pacquiao and Bud were in contract negotiations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And things like that, it caused both parties to be like, what the fuck? What the heck? I never said that.
Right.
Never said that. So why would I do it now? It benefits me no good now to even try to promote something like that, because it's already out there as speculation.
Exactly. So it's like, in order to get these fans in line, and now I'm not being disrespectful, but I'm saying that for everybody just to be on one accord, right? Come to GLT Boxing and in the Red Corner Boxing with Polo J if you want the truth and learn some real stuff. You understand me? That's just how it gotta be. That's it. That's it. Because found a whole lot of these other cats, man, they not gonna give you. They gonna give you what you want to hear. They not gonna give you what you need to know. It's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a shot to nobody. It's just that I see a lot of people. Soon as they see an article, they run and go make a video, and then it don't pan out.
They report on the headline, but not the article.
You know what I'm saying? What'd you say?
They report on the headline, but not the article.
Right. They don't actually read the full thing, and then or they'll put in the headline, oh, blah blah blah, it's fight blah blah blah, and then when you click on it, then they say allegedly, and then so you thinking when you click on the video it's gonna be fact. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. We gonna always lead with the truth, bro. Like I said, you just heard us play scenarios out that could pan out, but we didn't tell you that's what it was gonna be. You know what I mean? Whatnot.
But here's the thing, though. If you stick around here long enough, usually our predictions come to fruition.
And we ain't been wrong yet, though. it be predictions, but it be ifs. But but our ifs have panned out. I ain't gonna say.
These have been more than theories. These have been actual hypotheses.
I promise you.
For our boxing scientific method, and they come to fruition. A lot of them come to fruition.
I promise you.
Like we announced that either Bud or Spence would fight Manny Pacquiao for terms of negotiation for their fight.
Yep.
And we did say that there was going to be some people left out. There was going to be some odd men out, including Ugas and Sean Porter.
Yep.
Now, the whole thing with Keith Thurman, that's a welcome surprise. That's a welcome surprise because we thought he was just done.
Nah, there's still money. He still got money to be made.
Yeah,
he's fresh. He's still fresh. He still could fight. You know what I mean? And like I said, if you put a Keith Thurman and Sean Porter, is it pay-per-view worthy? I don't think so. Unless Thurman get out here and fight a couple of people and get his rep all the way back up. But if he does it, that's a good fight to put on regular TV, though. You know what I mean? A exciting fight. That's going to be a good. It might be mad enough it wasn't on pay-per-view because it's going to be that good because Sean come to fight.
Sean's always going to come to fight. He's
Sean going to give it a game. People try to step on Sean. Sean that dude, bro. Sean that dude that don't nobody want to give a second chance. You get in the ring with him because Thurman giving Sean Porter, that's one up that he'll be able to talk about. You know Thurman like to talk.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
Thurman beat Sean twice. He gonna be saying, I'm the only person beat Sean twice. Everybody else scared to give Sean a second chance. I bet you. Now take that to the bank. I bet you he gonna say that.
But that makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, he go. But I'm saying now he not. When I say he gonna say it, I'm talking about Thurman. He gonna rub it in. He gonna rub it in.
Jeez.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's crazy. So I think that's dope. You know what I'm saying? The little scenarios playing out. And we need to talk more about the top 5 versus the upcoming 5 all the time. You know what I'm saying? I like Devin Haney. I like my Shakur Stevenson. I like Lomachenko. I like Tank. I like all them. We can't forget about the people who are in their prime right now. The prime is when it goes down. This is why we so hard up on them to fight each other because they past their prime. Ain't nobody gonna want to see it.
That was about to be my point because what is the point of talking about the people in their prime when the people in their prime are trying to fight somebody who's past their prime?
Right, and that's what I call the Mayweather effect. That's what I call the Mayweather effect.
I call these boxers Mayweather's children.
Right. And I'm pretty sure you feel that way too.
Is it damaging?
It's to a degree. I like that he influenced boxing in a great way. I do like that he influenced boxing to say, hey, you do know the promoter work for you. You do know you should be making most of the money. You do know it's such as A side. I do like that he promote, hey, learn to try to handle your own business. If not, hire people that can handle, you know what I mean, your business and have you in your best interest. I like that. What I don't like is the formula that he used that worked for him. Everybody else think that it could work for them. You see what I'm saying? Like, for instance, let's be honest. Money Mayweather fought people coming out of their prime. They weren't. A lot of people were in their prime. You know what I'm saying? That's just the truth, bro. You know what I'm saying? They don't take nothing from them because they were champions, but those champions weren't all in their prime. And you got boxers today doing what? These boxers that are in their prime are fighting people who are either not in their prime or past their prime, bro. I heard somebody say, "Hey man, hey, that's when you get them." If I was Tank, dude, I go on to fight Devin Haney. Get him. That was Tim Bradley. Go on and get him out of there right now. I didn't like him saying that because the reason he said get him out of there right now because he's inexperienced. I thought this was a champion sport. I thought we want to fight the best when they're the best. Not just for a cash grab and be able to say, I beat Devin Haney and think people are not going to look at the win you beat Devin Haney. This is why we get champions in the beginning that lose, have four losses on their record right? If you go look at them 4 losses, chances are they were in the beginning. But after them 4 losses, they have become the champion and they haven't lost since. You know why? Because they became more experienced.
Well, these fighters are not given enough time in the amateurs anymore either.
Facts.
They're not. They're automatically fast-tracked to the pros. I remember you would have at least 10 to 15 amateur fights before you went pro.
Well, shit, you had more than that. You had hundreds for real. You had some people who had hundreds of fights, bro. Hundreds. Some 100, some here and there. You know what I mean? Some are special talents where if you kept them in amateurs, it could be more damaging. I get that. There are some special cases like that. You know, whatever. But the sport of boxing just needs to get back like that. And the people need to open their mouth. The people need, if the fight wasn't right, boo it.
It's not that the people, it's the influencers.
Yeah.
Because so many people are hungry for somebody to tell them what's right and what's wrong.
Right. There you go.
Instead of having critical thinking about what you're seeing, they'll watch the fight. They'll say that they enjoyed the fight. They'll come on YouTube, and then their opinion is swayed and say that no, that was a bad fight. Like the fight with Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor's fight was a phenomenal fight. Phenomenal fight.
Yes, it was. And what people did see, people would see it on TV. I'm like, I didn't see that. Josh Taylor went through some stuff in the early rounds. Oh boy, it looked like he was going to win.
He was going to beat him. Ramos looks like
on TV, they talk something totally different. Like, you know what I mean? Totally different. And I'm like, I don't know what y'all saw. He caught the rhythm, and the old boy kind of punched himself out, and then he slowed up a whole lot. But Ramos, he was bringing it. He was bringing the pain. You know what I'm saying? And he wobbled dude one time. So, like, certain stuff, like I said, with the Devin Haney fight as well.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up.
They talk about his chin, that one punch. But it was 4 punches that led up to that one punch. So if he could take 4 of the same clean punches, you best be sure that 5th one better do something. But we talk about the same man who took 1 shot at Lomachenko and dropped him. Yeah. How are you trying to say that man's chin is garbage? But you're not saying Lomachenko's chin is garbage. This is where people, I tell them, like, you got to watch. Some people watch boxing, and then you got people who watch boxing. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's instead of just promoting the knockout, like I say, it's not called knockout. It's called boxing for a reason.
Like, there's so many intricate skills that go into boxing, like being able to slip, being able to turn a fighter. All these different things are very vital to boxing.
Right.
And people, the casual fan, how do I say this? The casual fan lets their ignorance guide them. To where I'm not gonna say any names or nothing like that. But they let a biased opinion sway them in a direction that causes more damage for the sport than what is warranted. You know, even with the Devin Haney fight, Devin Haney performed masterfully.
Yeah.
They make it seem like Floyd never got popped. Floyd got popped before.
A couple of times.
He's been popped a few times.
And that dude got lucky because a couple of them was at the bell.
But did that deter him from winning the fight?
Heck no. And what skill did he go back to?
He went back to his defensive stance.
And boxing.
And boxing. Does that mean that Floyd is garbage? No. Does this mean that Devin Haney is garbage? No. And okay, take it a step farther. Go up some divisions. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. See, people are trying to manufacture a bad guy so much between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury that the boxing gets lost in translation. Right. I believe wholeheartedly that a lot of these media outlets, a lot of these channels are trying to project Tyson Fury as this big bad wolf, a great white hope, so to say, when that's not even his culture.
Right.
That's not even his culture.
Right.
They're failing to read and have critical thinking, and it's depressing. It may sound like I'm saying a whole bunch of nonsense and a whole bunch of nothing, but this is the state of boxing right now. There's no thinkers.
Right, that's a fact. So you 100%. There's always somebody trying to create a narrative, right?
Yeah.
And it's sometimes the narrative can be good.
Well,
sometimes the narrative could be you exploiting that person's weaknesses and his attributes, his legit good attributes. Sometimes these guys are exploiting to the fact now, which I believe you're saying is that the story really has nothing to do with the person. It's like a made up, like you read in a comic book.
People have turned the narrative into the weakness.
Yeah,
the narrative is the weakness now.
Right, because the narrative becomes the hype, and people start riding that hype, that wave. Yes. Like for instance, I'll give you one. Deontay Wilder. Think now his latest excuse is, I did say excuse. His latest excuse is race played a part. He said it was white privilege now that why Tyson Fury won. He's the only one playing the race card, but people call it Tyson Fury racist.
When that's not, like I said before, that's not even his culture.
Right.
Does anybody know about the gypsy suffrage? I mean, I'm not trying to compare, what the Black American has went to.
Right. Both went through both.
Yeah.
He owed dear to his heart about his people, just like we owed dear to ours. But it's only been one sided where somebody been bringing up the race card. It started the day he lost, but he said till this day. And he brought that up to Radio Raheem. When he brought it up to him, he said, "No, I don't know what you're talking about." He said, "You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about." He couldn't beat Tyson Fury in talking, so he pulled the race card. So then that made Tyson Fury That made Tyson Fury have to go on the defense. Like, yo, ain't nothing about me racist. I ain't never said nothing racist to him or nothing. So it stopped him from joning on him as he was. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it also made him have to lead up to that moniker of him fighting and talking about racism. Then it was Black History Month on top of that. And then you lost. That has to be one of the biggest embarrassments.
Well,
whatnot. And now you back and you starting the race card again.
Well, the problem with that is the fact that I'm not trying to bring up names, but there's a section of media that has deified this man, made them their king.
Yeah, yes, man. That's why I got it. Yes, man.
Yeah, they've made this man their king. They made this man their leader.
Right.
But a true king knows when to speak and when not to speak.
Right.
A true leader knows the ins and outs of the things that are going on, and he knows to have tact. Right. See, you can't deify a man with flaws, especially when the flaws are on full display for the world to see in his provided profession. That's like me saying Ryan Leaf was the greatest quarterback ever. Greatest quarterback ever. Because his average from 5 to 10 yards was spectacular. So he was the greatest quarterback ever. But in all actuality, he didn't last that long in the league.
Right.
And now bring that to Deontay. Deontay is the greatest boxer we've ever seen. Greatest boxer we've ever seen. But in all actuality, he's just a puncher.
Yeah. Now, let's leave it at that puncher, but do you think that what he's learning that with Malik Scott, is that actually going to be able to translate in the fight?
I give it 3 rounds.
Of him trying it?
Of him trying it. Because we've seen this with Andy Ruiz recently.
Yeah.
for the first 3 rounds, he tried the Canelo game plan.
Yeah.
You know, protect yourself at all times, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
And stick and move. Turn your opponent and score points and land heavy shots when they are there.
Right.
Arreola mitigated that plan by being a puncher, being a bruiser.
And being in his face.
Yes. Which got that game plan out of the way to where Andy had to revert to what Andy knows. Punch when being punched. Punch when being punched. See, Deontay, I believe, will go back to just trying to windmill and just throw the heavy overhand right at all times. And that's just going to sucker right into the Tyson Fury's game plan.
Yeah. And I feel kind of the same way. But I ain't going to lie. I hope that he learned that out of all the boxing he's doing, I hope that he learned that the body shots he can't get away from. If he going to have any shot to take Tyson Fury down, he going to have to work that body. He didn't throw nothing at the body last time. Like, it was like he just wanted to headhunt, knock out. You know, you don't have to be the greatest boxer to win fights. I've seen bums win fights, bro. You know what I'm saying?
See, and
it's just about strategy. You know what I mean? And
that's my problem with Wilder. You have such a heavy hand. Such a heavy hand. What would a liver shot do in your repertoire?
Right, exactly.
You know, what would a good jab or straight to the solar plex do?
Right.
You know, you have such a heavy hand. I believe the accuracy isn't there. And I think that's why he doesn't do that. Instead of training with Mark Breland, he should have been training with, I forgot the gentleman's name.
Well, Mark Breland never got really a chance to train him, according to Mark Breland.
Well, when
he had to go through JDs, he had to go through JDs, and the JGs would tell him. And if he wanted to do it, he'd do it. If he did, he did. So, then we can't take nothing from Mark Breland. Mark Breland was a champion in his own right. He came up with Sweet Pea and all of them. So,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's true.
I honestly believe, like you said, use that heavy hand in other places, project that energy in other places. And like I also said, it's not always being about the prettiest fight. Right now, everybody like, look, he learning. Look, you don't have to be the prettiest fighter or the smartest fighter to win a boxing match. No, okay? This ain't fighting in the street. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's a chess match. It's who got the better game plan. And he needs to learn what's good for him. Fight somebody that's tall, you got to chop the tree down. You can't just sit there and be trying to shoot up, tire yourself out by doing it.
Well,
you got to do it right for you.
I think it goes into the corner also.
Yeah.
You know, you can't have a bunch of yes men in your corner telling you what you want to hear.
I'll just say because since when do you listen to the corner?
Like, I know for a fact in the first fight between Fury and Wilder, there were things that his corner could have told him that could have really benefited him.
Yeah.
Like he could have rolled the last 3 rounds out by just throwing a punch and going into the clinch.
Right.
To where Fury's going to be throwing punches from the clinch, but they're not going to be significant punches and they're not going to count towards points. He was already ahead in the fight.
But what you just said could actually benefit him this time around. He should be the one clinching and punching versus letting Tyson Fury clinch and punch him.
Yeah,
because that's what happened the second time when Fury was walking in punching him. When he got too close, he grabbed him and laid on him.
I think the thing that killed Deontay in the second fight was his tank. You can make all the excuses.
That too.
For the
having 280 pounds lay on you, got a big.
Why is he getting that close to him?
You know what I'm saying? Right. That's what I'm saying. But if he would have beat Tyson Fury to the clinch, you get what I'm saying? And he could let go what he wants to. It's the difference of you being held and you bottled up versus you bottling them up. And then you can let go. You want to step to the side and still on them and move. You know what I'm saying? Because fight somebody that tall, you're not going to be able to sit there and get 3, 4, 5 punches off, bro. It It ain't finna fucking happen, man.
No.
You want to stick and move. Literally, what it say? Stick and move. You know what I'm saying? So then when you get too close to him, grab him. You know what I'm saying? Contain that nigga and then let him go and move out the way. You know what I'm saying? For instance, one of the perfect video, Ricky Hatton Mayweather. When Ricky Hatton got too goddamn close, either Mayweather finna grab his ass or he heard it was spit out the way. You know what I'm saying? And Mayweather understood, I'm not gonna be able to get no more about 2-3 punches at a time, and he really rarely got that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing because Ricky Hatton was way bigger than Mayweather. You feel me?
Like
so
that.
It's the same philosophy. You can't just think you fucking Goliath and you're not Goliath in the ring. You see what I'm saying?
You know, it comes down to the fact that with certain fighters, their demise is their own hype.
Yeah.
Your hype is what got you beat. So he had to put him away with the big right hand. He had to, or else his hype, his legacy with the fans would have been tarnished. And you see that happened. So what do you have to fall back on at that point is all excuses. I had this feeling in my body. It was too much sweat. It was this. It was that. It was the costume, my bicep, the egg weights, all these different excuses.
And that was white privilege.
And white privilege to make up for the fact that somebody was better than you that day.
Yeah. And like I said, sir, the tables had turned. You weren't Goliath that day. In all your other fights, you were Goliath. In this fight, you were David. And you're going to be David on this fight. And you're going to have to fight like David. You got to put your all into this fight. You got to step to that man like a man, but you going to have a game plan where you going to understand that you can't just stand still. You can't do that. Now, I hope he can apply what Malik Scott is teaching him. I like what I see, right? Mm-hmm. But it's different when you get under them lights. All that can go out the window.
Well, I'm disappointed in what I've seen with Malik Scott. Okay. And I can explain it to you. You're showing combos, you're throwing combos to the body. But the main thing that needed to be worked on, like I said, was your tank. Where's the videos of road work?
There you go. You know what? I didn't think about that. I don't have them anymore, but I had at least 3 videos where he said, "Yeah, I don't run. I don't do that. I don't run." He told Seth Rogen that he don't run.
Natural ability will only get you about 3 or 4 rounds.
Yeah, he said he don't run. It was another video where he was with the fire department. Mm-hmm. He was like, "Man, I don't know how y'all run." He's like, "Bruh, that was the biggest thing, especially being a man at his height. Mm-hmm. Gotta have wind. You know what I'm saying? Because he's one of them cats where he's heavy up top and not too big at the bottom. Because you can see, and this is not no Joan, y'all, but if you look at the pictures, he don't do leg day. No, real talk. He don't. So he's more heavy up top than anything. And one of the things that besides your shoulders and your arms that need to be strong, first and foremost, need to be your legs. Where your power gonna come from? You know what I mean? And that plays a big part in that. And like I said again, I'm not joning for somebody trying to take a sound bite or something. I'm joning on a man. I done seen several pictures. He's heavy up top. You know what I'm saying? He's small down bottom. And that played a part, like he said, fatigue. Mm-hmm. Fatigue, bro. He was throwing, when he threw a punch, he was throwing like his life depended on it. You know what I mean? And it was so early he was doing that, had no reason to do that. But, you know, I consider making excuses up for him all day, the vest, and the suit, and all this stuff. And the point is, when he fight, what is it? July 27th, when they fight
July 24th.
July 24th, when they get in that ring, I want Deontay to win. He the home team. Yeah. I do. I want him to freaking win, bro. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I want him to alleviate those. I want him going there clear-minded, alleviate those any excuse or reason that he believe, and understand that none of that can fight the fight that you win. Only you could do it. You go out to be clear-minded, sound-minded, and it's gonna be might be a long night, but you go out to have the patience to pull it out.
That's true.
You go out to hit and not get hit. You got to have in your head, you may not knock him out. Fight a good fight. You get what I'm saying? Take the opportunity.
There's nothing wrong with having a few 9-8 rounds.
Yeah. And make it competitive, man. Make it competitive. But I want all the people who act like I'm a Deontay. They said, no, I'm just I don't like excuses, bro. I don't live my life like that. I don't. If I choose to do something that failed, guess what? It failed because I chose to do it. It didn't fail because something else happened. It failed because I chose to go that route. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I chose that. I don't care what happened. It could start raining. Oh, but I chose to go at that time. I probably should have took my butt early. That's how I look at stuff. I'm a no excuse cat. So if that happened to me, I would have been like, okay, that suit, I should have wore that. I should have done a whole lot of stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Especially
who knows? He could have had sex. He could have. A lot of people don't know too. Having sex is draining. That's why you ain't supposed to have sex. Do a training camp. You ain't supposed to do that. To have the training camp.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people don't understand that. That's real. You can't trust me. Your legs be weak as I don't know what. So it's a whole lot of variables. But again, there's still at the end of the day, guess whose fault it is? He is. So when people make all these excuses for him, holding him up as their king, bruh, what king ain't conquered? Because he ain't conquered that castle yet. And he need to just be clear-minded. And y'all need to do is just support him. But making excuses for people is not support. It's not.
It's hampering.
Cheer him on. Send him email and say, we want you to win, champ. When he said, he was in an interview with the guy who was just announcing, the weigh-in. And he said, and forgive me, I forgot your name, but he was like, I'm coming back for blood. Guess what? That's all the speech I needed to hear. I don't need the excuses. I would prefer him took that interview, sat down and said, heard the question, answered it, and be like, man, look, I'm answering nothing else like how Bud just did this. I'm coming back for blood and get up and walk off. That's what all I needed right there. You know what hype that would have created? You wouldn't have needed no excuses. You wouldn't need that would have told me where your head is. I'm coming to win. You see what I'm saying?
I would have preferred him not to answer any questions.
Yeah, or whatever. Right. And just show up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Like, that's what I would want. You know, when Mike lost, Mike didn't make 101 excuses. Mike he said, man, you know, this is boxing. You get your butt, you know what I'm saying? I can't curse, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. And he came back strong. Look, it happens to everybody. I know he want to keep that 10-year going, but hey, it happened. You got a chance to get the belt back. I'm just hoping he's serious. Because like I said, I want to see him win. And sometimes, like before a piece of the conversation we just had before, there's people who lost and maybe he needed to lose to wake him back up.
Perfect example of that. Perfect example. Anthony Joshua.
Yeah. He took it, and the crazy part that was the same scenario. He thought Andy Ruiz was a stepping stone. He thought Andy Ruiz was a tomato can. He was like, I'll be able to fly through this little dude. He ain't nothing. I believe the same thing with Deontay when he fought Tyson Fury the first time. You know why he fought Tyson Fury? Tyson Fury only had fought 2 tomato cans and he got that fight, right? Why would I give a man that fight? You know why? Because I was going to fight AJ. And who's tall like AJ? Tyson Fury, right? So let me get in here and test the waters to see how I feel to fight a tall man that's 6'9" and all of this stuff like that, right?
Right.
But lo and behold, all that mouth talking that Tyson Fury was talking, he could actually back it up.
Just like Andy Ruiz.
And it turned around. Andy Ruiz got knocked down, didn't he?
Yeah.
Got back up and won. Tyson Fury got knocked down twice and arguably won that fight.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that separates Joshua from Wilder. The second fight, Anthony Joshua came back in the greatest shape I've ever seen him in.
Me too, but I still think he was a little too little though.
No, he was in the greatest shape I've ever seen. If he lost a lot of that muscle weight. That's what he needed. That's what he needed. He came back in the greatest shape I've ever seen him in. And he came in and he dominated the fight.
Right, he came back with that 1976 Afro.
Yes.
And all that.
You could tell that he was in camp for a long time.
Yeah, he had the little beads on his beard.
Yes. He look. Put
It was like I look at him. It was like I looked
Watch
at
him
him.
come up to the ring looking ugly. He about to put it.
I promise you. Every time I looked at it, it was like I just saw it all make my head. The Rocky music just started playing. Like he just been in the cave somewhere just practicing. But I will say this: he didn't make no excuse, and you didn't hear nothing from AJ. He came back when it was time to almost getting towards fight date. He said, "I'm taking my belts back," and guess what? He did it. I don't hear no excuse about Andy Ruiz was overweight. Nope. That ain't got nothing to do with AJ. AJ didn't tell him eat that candy bar. AJ didn't tell him do none of that. You know what I'm saying?
He do. He went in and went back to the lab and fixed his issues.
Exactly. Sometimes people need to lose. Because let's go back to Deontay. Because a lot of people don't understand about Deontay. Deontay with the low BDB haircut. That Deontay had a right hand and left hand. They used to say he has power in both hands, and he does have power in both hands. He had a jab. See, people, it was the people he got hooked when he got to Stavern and he knocked him out with that one punch. It was like that's all he felt he needed because that's what he became known for. But before that, the man that was in the Olympics had a right hand and had power in both hands and had an okay jab. Now, he wasn't the best boxer in the world, though, but because he started late. But he still had more tools than as of late. Yeah. So maybe this shocks him and at least bring that little bit back because he didn't even have a jab in the Tyson Fury fight. Like he'll use for like some type of feint to set up that straight right he throws or that over right hand he throws. But other than that, you can't just keep you doing this and then or do this and then You can't do that. You're gonna have to switch it up. Because once you do that one too many times, I'm a time. I know when I start seeing this, I know what you finna do. So, like I say, sometimes it take a person to lose to actually learn. You see what I'm saying? So, I'm hoping we see a different Deontay. He stepped to Tyson Fury. I do. I really do. Am I team Deontay? I'm not team nobody. But he is the home team. All right? I don't want all the belts over there. I'm just competitive like that. I don't want all the belts over there, bro. We need some belts here because them belts mess around, go over there, don't come back. You know what I'm saying?
For at least a decade.
Right, because, what was it? I can't remember. But the last undisputed was Lennox Lewis.
The last undisputed American was Tyson.
So I'm talking about the last undisputed in that weight class was Lennox Lewis.
Yeah.
All right. So we can't let that go up. We can't let that happen again. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I can talk all the stuff I want, but at the end of the day, I definitely want the man to win, you know. Now let's get to the side. Let's get to the truth of the matter of it's not about what we always want. It's about what we might get. Tyson Fury most likely gonna win that fight. I'm just gonna tell y'all straight up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be honest with you. He most likely gonna win that fight, bro. But I'm still rooting for dude. You know what I'm saying? That's, like I say, wanting and reality is two different things. So I hope the reality that I'm foreseeing is wrong. I hope that Deontay wins.
I mean, through the, you know, I just don't see a situation where Wilder wins. I just don't. I mean, first fight was pure luck, in my opinion. Second fight, you were outclassed. Third fight, I believe it's just going to be more of the same. I mean, I want Wilder to win,
I want the American fighter. I don't care if he was white or black. I want the American fighter to win.
Right.
It's just,
Right.
it's just, yeah. I don't see it.
I got you. Well, I'm gonna use that as our closer. Technically, our first episode. My colleague didn't really know, but our first episode of the Judges Table. So look for more episodes coming soon. Yeah, that's it. And then y'all see we working, man. Shout out to Bud Crawford, man. Real talk. Shout out to Bud Crawford. You just acknowledging us, man. For us to be so small, real spit. Look at the camera, slick. Looking at the camera. Salute to you, Bud. Real talk. Mr. Z didn't mean no harm, man. He just working, man. He just want to see us win. That's all that is. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that when you want your opportunity, you know, you respect it. You know, and that's how he working. He working for, you know, and not for us. He's working for us. What I mean, for us to win. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? So, I appreciate all y'all, man. Appreciate everybody who tuned in, and like I say, keep chatting, man. Going out there to tell people, hey, y'all need to check out In the Red Corner with Polo J and GMT Boxing. That's what y'all need to do. You know what I'm saying? One of the realest channels out there. Another thing, GMT podcast is still rolling. As y'all can see, the boxing channel just moving fast, bro. So it's requiring me to do some research, and I'm really trying to learn this side of the craft. So that's why I haven't been doing my podcast on Slick 50 TV. So don't think that that's gone because the boxing stuff is it's just a matter of ordering things like this, stuff we gonna need for the trip, because we are going to Vegas, and shirts also, you know, shirts like this or whatever. The shirts are real, and designing and stuff, and me reading up on boxing questions, and you know what I'm saying, trying to train myself for this thing, because it's a fast-paced thing. You can't get in front of somebody's face and be like, you know, whatever. So.
And also, if you guys want to interact with us, you can interact with us on Instagram. If you have questions that you would like answered, interact on Instagram. Hit us in our DMs, and we'll interact with you. And if those questions and the conversation is viable enough, we will debate it live.
Yeah. Or if it's an article, some news somewhere that we ain't seen, don't hesitate to shoot the link to one of us.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I am your boy Slick 50.
And this is Polo J, man.
We up out of here, baby. Y'all be
easy.
Deuces. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Slick 50 GMT Boxing.
And this is Polo J within the Red Corner Boxing, back with another edition of the Judges Table, where we will be giving the rundown on all the latest boxing news, our takes, and everything else that comes in between.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What you got for me, man? What you got for me?
First and foremost, I want to say to all the subscribers and everything else, thank you for subbing up. Thank you for making us your chosen boxing platform. And yeah, what do you got?
Facts. No, facts. I mean, shoot, you can elaborate on that. Make sure y'all hit that bell. Continue to share the videos, man. We didn't expect the success to come this fast, but it's only because of y'all. So we really appreciate each and every one of y'all, man.
And I want to put out a disclaimer. These are not hate videos. These are pro-truth videos. And if you're afraid of the truth, and if you're afraid of honesty, maybe you need to be somewhere else.
Facts. These are just our opinions. There's no reason to get angry about it. It is what it is. But it made for good conversation. You got something to say. Get in them comments and say it, because we always in the comments, and we love to have great conversation about the sport we love, and that is boxing. So don't never hesitate. We don't just we actually comment back. You know what I'm saying? So, and even doing this live, we gonna get to y'all comments, Tristan.
All right, let's talk about this dang Tank Davis, Mario Barrios, man.
Tank Davis, Mario Barrios. It's funny. In the beginning of the announcement, everybody was like, "Ooh!" Like, oh my God, this is gonna be a great fight." And it seemed like the steam is kind of falling off of the fight for some reason, but at the same time, you know, I still think it's a great fight. I think it could be fight of the year possible on the counterpart of Tank, right?
Okay.
If Tank come there and handle his business, well, I mean, handle his business by showing a whole new level of Tank, you know, and getting old boy out of there, that'd be huge.
Well, I believe that people are hyping this up for Tank when they should be hyping this up for Mario, because yes, I'll give Tank credit for coming up. What did he go on? 1 or 2 divisions?
Two weight class.
Just to fight this man?
Yeah, he did.
But like in football, sometimes defense doesn't travel the road.
Yeah.
Boxing, sometimes power doesn't travel up in the divisions. So is Tank going to be at a disadvantage? And I think he will.
Yeah, he's automatically at a disadvantage just by height and reach. The Tank, that's what I'm saying. We need to see a whole new level of Tank that got nice head movement for one, to be able to get in the inside. There's no such he's gonna be able to have and new feints. You got to throw Mario Barrios on the back foot. You know, he's gonna have to be quicker and a whole lot sharper. He's not gonna have a whole lot of opportunity in this fight. You get what I'm saying to me? Like, you know, to get to the head, and you know, you have to chop a tree down to get to the head. So when he throw his punches, they need to hit the mark.
That's true, and I did a breakdown on it. I believe that Tank is going to have to go to the body and then go for that overhand right or the overhand left, because he hasn't really shown that in the last couple of fights that he's been in. Because it's like, even with the Santa Cruz fight, he threw that uppercut out of desperation.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. That showed what it looked like. He caught him in the corner, and it was prime opportunity. But it, you know, and more than a couple of people have said that as well, because the way he looked when he dropped him, like, whoa, he's down, you know, like, or whatever. And he did put the 2 perfect punches. Like I said, I was screaming at TV all night, man. If you don't throw that overhand right and hit him with an uppercut or something, you're gonna be here all night. But this one is a whole nother animal. This isn't oh boy, forgive me, I forgot his name. That he knocked out. Leo Santa Cruz, yes, Leo Santa Cruz, right. Mario Barrios has proven to be durable. He has his flaws. But he's a dog too. The thing about go ahead.
The
thing about Mario Barrios that I worry about is he gonna try to fight tall. If he needs to fight tall, don't go down to try to bend down to that man height, because I couldn't find nobody as, like I said, at the height of Tank. He's fought before. So this is going to be new for him as well, shooting down.
I think the shortest opponent that he's fought was 5'8". That's my height.
Yeah.
A little bit, probably a little bit tall. But the fighters are important, but what's even more important in this fight is who's in the corner. I'm going to read off some names to you, okay?
All right.
Marlo Moore, Nicola Adams, Abern Mares, Andre Berto, Argenis Mendez, Demetrius Andre, Chaz Witherspoon, Kareem Mayfield, Alfredo Anguilla, Brandon Gonzalez, Mike Dallas Jr., Amir Khan, Andre Ward.
Hold on. So these are people he trained with?
No. This is why I said the corner is going to be just as important. Those are all fighters who have trained with Virgil Hunter.
Oh, yeah. Come on now. We know
Virgil Hunter.
Virgil Hunter is the truth, man.
Virgil Hunter is the truth, and he's in the corner of Mario Barrios right now.
Virgil Hunter
training compared to a Calvin Ford, former fighter. I'm not taking anything away from him. I'm not. But when you only have Tank Davis on your resume,
right?
There's some balance to this that needs to be taken into account.
True. But I've also seen that. See, this is the thing. I don't want to say that it would look like an upset because of that, but at the same time, I've seen that happen. Like sometimes it's about the ability of the fighter. Again, this fight lies all on Tank. Tank can't run. He has to force the mistakes. Like you said, he has a trainer like Virgil Hunter, which is going to limit a lot of mistakes. But can he force this man to make the mistakes that he needs? For instance, frustrate him enough to make him go his own route and not listen to his corner.
But the thing about that is, everybody who's trained under Virgil Hunter has been very technically sound.
Yeah.
Very technically sound. And look at the list again. Look at some of these names that's on this list. Champions, world champions, pedigree matters, and the best ability in a boxing match is the ability to listen to your corner.
Right, and and I get what you're saying about Virgil Hunter. Like I said, man, the one thing I don't think you even said was Andre Ward. So, that he had Andre Ward forever. So I mean, yes, we are looking at a Hall of Fame. No doubt, my man's in a lucky seat where he's soaking up all this knowledge from this man, all of this. But this is the point where people will say, Tank is special. It's just all I can't take him out of the picture because of the height difference. The height difference was getting me. If it was two people that was the same height, I ain't gonna lie, Mario Barrios and another kid I don't read on right? But that height makes a difference. The height and it's like going from checkers to chess. It's a whole new dynamic now. It's new. You see what I'm saying? The only person that's used to fighting a tall person somewhat is Tank in this situation. Even though Mario Barrios, I believe, is taller than Old Boy, right? I keep calling him Old Boy.
Leo Santa
Cruz, right? So I'm talking about. If y'all saw my video, I put the picture behind me. I hunted for that picture, right? Side to side, I'm talking about it's significant. And then when you look at it on paper, they're lying like it's so close. No, it's not. Somebody's height is off on them papers I'm reading. Okay, so they're trying to.
There's a difference between being 5'10", 5'11", and 5'5".
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's a big difference. But and another thing, your point you said, will his power translate going up?
Because right? There's a whole different breed of power up there, regardless of who you are.
Right.
And not to mention that, I believe that Mario has like a 71-inch wingspan.
Man, that's what I'm saying. It should be easy night for him if he stay behind the jab. He wants to be on the outside. He don't want to be inside. He don't want to fight inside with Tank. He's too small. Because all you're going to do is end up smothering his punches, which is what Tank wants to do, is be in the inside all night. That will be his bread and butter, to be in the inside. He may have to eat some to get in the inside, but I do see it a tough fight. It's going to be a tough fight. It could be an easy night for one fighter, but the other fighter, regardless of the fact, going to be a tough fight. That's for Tank.
I mean, and I believe that this fight, boxing IQ is going to play a major part in it. Because I'm not going to confuse the man for being very intelligent, and that's no slight to him. But Tank, he just goes in and just throws. There's no game plan with it, and that may have worked where he was at. But this is a higher level of competition.
That too, but I will say this. I will say this. Last fight, all the way up until the fifth round, I started seeing the old Tank more. But all the way up to the fifth round, he was trying some. You know what I'm saying? He was trying some new stuff. Remember, he had a little head movement. He had, you know what I mean? It's a matter of him if he gonna stick with the plan. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a plan. It's a matter can Tank hold on to that without thinking in his head, this isn't working. I need to go back to what I do best, and that's slugging. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that goes into what I was saying as far as with the boxing IQ. See, one thing, going back to the trainer, one thing that I can say about Mario, he's going to be well trained. He's going to have his game plan, and his corner is going to implement that game plan. everything is going to go as planned for them. Even if it goes wrong, it's still going as planned.
Right.
Where they can make adjustments on the fly. See, Tank is the type of fighter, he doesn't wait for the corner instruction. He goes ahead and makes his adjustments on the fly like that. And then sometimes he takes more punishment than what he actually needs to.
Now, I will say, now, who are you talking about? Tank on that?
Yes.
Right. Now, I will say this, though. Mario Barrios do the same thing. And I love, let me tell y'all something about Mario Barrios that ain't nobody highlighting, that I ain't heard nowhere. That boy got some of the coldest feet movement I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
That boy don't have to create space. He will sucker you in. That's one thing Tank going to have to worry about. He'll mess around and let Tank come in and dash back and knock the mess out of him. You know what I mean? If you don't believe me, go look him up. He got some of the nicest. He had that long of reach. And once he times you and once he learns his reach, I'm telling you, his feet come into play. And it's a beautiful thing to work. Now, one thing Mario Barrios has a problem with is his confidence. He'll get overconfident and think he can just engage with you. That's how his face be getting swollen up. Those fights, his face is swollen up was supposed to be a walkthrough. He was just supposed to, come out unscathed because he had it in the bag. But he chose to let me show them something. You know what I mean?
I get that, but the same can be said for Tank. There's no reason for this man not to have the requisite head movement that he should have. Training with a defensive guru like Floyd Mayweather and all those different cats, his head movement is lacking.
I don't think it's that because, like I said, the last fight we saw it. He was doing, he was coming in, going all the way down, getting out of reach. But then at the same time, it was like, I don't know. It was like, okay, I'm sacrificing something to do this, like, because he's so used to coming in. You know what I mean? So it's a matter of the patience of Tank, because this gonna take patience. Now, I will say this: it also depends on how Tank comes into the fight. If Tank come in respecting, like I said, it's gonna be the fight gonna determine who gets the respect first. Who's gonna get the respect first? If Tank come in running up on that man, that boy got a mean check hook. You see what I'm saying? So, it's that first round is gonna be a telltale for me. And it's gonna be a telltale for me. And I can't pick one. I cannot pick one. It looks like all odds is against Tank because I said he gonna go because and another big fact, he's fighting a natural 140 pounder, right? And we keep saying that, but guess what? We don't know what Tank really natural is because he's been staying down there for the longest, but he done lost belts because of weight issues.
I think his natural weight is
be bigger. So if he. But his height ain't for that class. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, we don't know where, and like I said, we'll see if his power goes up. We'll see. Yeah. He might do a Terence Crawford come up. His power is even better. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. But the gut shot's gonna be Tank friend. See, the gut shots chopping that cherry tree down is gonna be his friend.
See, but something else that I noticed in his last fight that I know for a fact he probably won't be able to do in this fight, the way he threw down Leo Santa Cruz when they got tied up. I said that you do that to let them know who's in charge of this fight. You let them know. But I don't think he's going to be able to do that to this man.
No, Mario Barrios coming in. Mario Barrios got heat. Mario Barrios hit.
You got to remember, a fighter like Mario, he's proud. He's a proud fighter.
Oh, yeah.
Very proud fighter. And you could end up backfiring for Tank.
Facts. And he realized this is still, even though we know who Mario Barrios is, we're recognizing all his qualities and what he's good at, right? And it's that one thing I liked by the latest news coming out and hearing him say, I know this is the biggest fight of my career. He's not looking at Tank as a walkover. Even though he see the height difference, even though he see the disparities, he's still taking this fight serious because he knows a win like this can push him up the hill. I like seeing boxers that will take their career in their own hand in that matter. not listen to the yes man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got this. To him, he like, no, I'm finna treat this dude like a championship fight. I'm not finna, which it is, by the way, but you get what I'm saying, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not finna look like, oh, I can just whoop him up. No, I'm not finna do that. I'm gonna strategize and I'm gonna defeat this guy. That right there was one of the main things I worry about. I always worry about fighters' mindset going into the fight. You know what I mean?
I'm worried about this fight, actually. I'm worried about it because I see it like this.
I don't see 12 rounds.
I don't see 12 rounds. I don't. No. If it goes 12 rounds, Tank loses.
Yeah, I don't see 12 rounds.
But here's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about boxing integrity. I'm worried about the integrity because say Mario Barrios wins.
Huh?
He's just going to have a nice win on his resume. Everything's just he's going to get some newfound fame and all this different type stuff. Tank wins, he's automatically going to get the challenge Josh Taylor.
Oh, yeah, they gonna pump that. But here's the thing, though. It depends how Mario Barrios go in there and perform. Getting a win is just not going to do it. If Mario Barrios go put hands on Tank and sleep that man, that's undeniable.
No, look, it's a win-win situation for Tank, not for Barrios.
Well, Tank can't lose. That's it.
No, look, Tank loses.
Tank to go back down.
Look,
Tank ain't gonna go back down.
No, all it's going to do is it's going to give him the same treatment that it gave Mikey Garcia against Earl Spence. He had no business being up there in the first place. What do you think was going to happen?
Yeah, you know what? That was true. That was true for Mikey. Now, that right there, that was a true statement for Mikey. I can't say that's a true statement for Tank because he's lost belts because he can't make weight.
I disagree with you.
Which tells me he's a weight bully.
But if that's the case, then if that's the case, then he's going to get the same treatment that Canelo gets.
No, Canelo's a weight bully, bro, and I don't like that.
Okay, did you just say that the same thing about Tank?
Huh?
You just said the same thing about Tank. So Tank is going to get the same treatment. I guarantee. Mario Barrios wins this in impressive fashion. It's just a nice win. Just a nice win. He should have beat him. Tank wins, he automatically gets Josh Taylor.
But wait, I don't know. If Tank wins, he's definitely gonna get Josh Taylor because he's a bigger name. But Mario Barrios beating this man, like you say, check this out. Let me say it like this: if Tank go 12 and win, he's fighting Josh, right? He's fighting Taylor, but it's still up to Taylor because Taylor said he wants to fight Bud, but he said he want to fight his Mando first. That's a whole nother story. But anyway, he will get win, like I say, knockout or win. Tank, bigger name, yes, that fight, right? But it still goes. I still think if Mario Barrios going there, because look, Mario Barrios going 12 with somebody the height of a Tank. I don't think that's gonna make him. It's gonna look good on the judgment, like say, yeah, he beat Tank, but they gonna be like, you should have, because of his height, this and third, you should demolish Tank. That's what people gonna say about Mario Barrios if he go 12. That's why I said Mario Barrios got to go in there and show up and show out.
That's why I'm saying it's a lose-lose situation for Mario. Because, say for instance, Mario puts him out, puts his ass out at 8, puts him out at 8. Do you know who he's gonna fight next? Ramos, the person who just lost to Josh Taylor.
That would be garbage.
That's
but that'd be up to Josh. Like I think Josh is gonna ride this out to sunset. I don't see Josh fighting Tank right away.
No. Look, how long has Mario Barrios been in that division?
Man, he running it.
Okay, why hasn't he fought Josh?
Right, I'm saying though, because Josh had to fight Ramirez though. That was his man though.
Have to?
It was his man though.
Before that?
No, it was that was his man though. Ramirez was his man though.
I know it was his mandatory, but before that, he could have fought him.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. It's a lose-lose situation for Mario. It's a lose-lose. And you know how these boxing promoters and these sanctioning bodies like to finagle things.
Yeah, they do that, but I still, if you a boxer and you make a statement, the people rules. People don't want to see. If you're going to do your job,
No.
do your job.
If that was the case, then Canelo would have never been able to duck Andrade and the Charlos.
Yeah, but he's independent. It's a little different.
He still has to deal with the sanctions.
And he's still dealing with a lot of flack though. He still doesn't. And Quiet kept the people who are saying that he's the greatest boxer in the world are the likes of people like media. But what I'm saying is that Canelo does not have everybody's approval like he should. He's like the LeBron right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? LeBron build teams, he win championships, right? It's like same thing with Canelo. Canelo builds his own resume to make it look like, you get what I'm saying? Like he doesn't get everybody's approval. So I think it'll be one of the same, man. But like, I don't know. All I know, it's tough, but I do think that I don't know. I wouldn't know who to bet on this fight. I know everybody got Tank winning. The betting hall got Tank winning. You got to bet $200 to win $100. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't no money there.
I don't have Tank,
but I'm 50-50 on this one because it can go crazy. It can. I just see this as a potential fight of the year. If both of them come in on their A game, I'm talking about this is gonna be a very, very nice fight. Very, very nice fight.
That's true. I can see that. All right. Moving on. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, F.A. Ajagba.
I think F.A. Ajagba did a great thing about wanting to gain knowledge from Tyson Fury, and that's a great story and all. You know, he's training with him to get his boxing ability up, which is what he should do. Being such a tall man, why not go to another tall man that's a great boxer, right? Right. Plus, F.A. Ajagba got hellacious power. I'm talking about ridiculous knockout power, right?
True.
You know, so imagine giving a set of boxing skills to a man like that.
Well,
can you imagine that?
I don't think so. I don't think that this helps F.A. Ajagba in the least bit. Because
he can get one trick pony.
No, I don't think it helps him. Even with as far as money, monetary gain, whatever. Okay, we talk about boxers and we talk about their legacies. We talk about their resumes. We talk about all these different type of things to build up a story for the audience to get them to picture who the fighter actually is.
Mm-hmm.
With this being done with the training with Tyson Fury and F.A. Ajagba, how does this actually help him? Not in the least bit. It actually hinders him. Because think about it like this. Tyson Fury wins. Wilder's not going to fight him. Wilder is not going to fight him.
No, and F.A. already expressed himself about Deontay. He don't too much care for Deontay.
So
because I forgot what it was about, the African pictures or something like that. It was something like that.
So in this instance, it's a hindrance because he would want Wilder to win.
You keep saying that you're saying that it'll make him the boogeyman.
Yes.
I can see that. He only had one dude walk out on him. So yeah. I mean,
but that was because of pay. He
yeah.
wasn't getting paid enough for that fight.
No, but he wasn't getting paid enough to take that hit. That's what take that hit. But so I know on me on that thing, man. What I'm saying is, I agree with you on that. I think he'll be the boogeyman. But for him to get the boxing skills, he need them, and he would just probably have to take the opposition that people don't want, that people scared, like the Bivals and and stuff like that. People, because I don't think a Bivol would be scared about, because he got power too, and I don't think, what I'm saying, them types, they wouldn't be scared of. But like, Deontay name keep coming up, revolve around these fighters, but I just see Deontay name, and no disrespect to Deontay, because I like what I'm seeing from him, but all this pressure weighing on Deontay's shoulders is pushing him down here. Now it's like he's number 5, and then you got, you know what I'm saying, so on, so on. And so if Jaiba is just sitting back being a student game, like, that's not finna beat me. Because when he came in game, that's what he was known for. The big old arms, and he could knock you out one punch, and it don't even look like he hit you hard. You know, you're going down. So
it would make for great television. It would make for a great pay-per-view. In my opinion, that's a pay-per-view fight.
Oh, yeah. Because when he hit them by, and plus the last fight that he had that I saw, which was crazy, was that he tried on purposely not to knock the other dude out. He was trying to show people that he had gas, and he was trying to show people that he could box a little bit. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, I don't know if he was trying to say I accidentally knocked him out, but if you accidentally knock somebody out, you know what I'm saying?
That's some power. That's some power, man.
You know, and I felt bad for him because he was kind of disappointed. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting some feedback.
I don't know what that's from. You still getting it now?
Let me see. No, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel like I felt bad for him because he was like, man, I was trying to come in and show my boxing ability and show y'all I got gas. Ooh. Okay, yeah, we got big feet.
Ready to tear.
That was my fault. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. But let's talk about the flip side of it, though. How about Tyson Fury actually? Now, this wasn't said in the article, but what if? Because this is perfect, right? What if Tyson Fury is using him to spar against?
Just using him for sparring?
No, I mean trade for trade. I'm gonna teach you, but spar with me. I'm gonna teach you why we spar. Just pay attention. But at the same time, you got that big right hand. I want you to throw it for real, right? So I you know what I'm saying? Hey, who else out there is really there to train with him to help him defend from a big right hand and such?
King Kong Ortiz.
Yeah, but he's shorter though. We talking about somebody that's
at the same rate.
Yeah, like that. And also, Tyson Fury dog, so he gonna want you kind of throw it for real, like throw it. You know what I'm saying? Because you get people with the height and throw a right hand, and you can learn to maneuver around it. But we all know, you want the real deal to learn. That's what's gonna make you stick. It's like riding a bike. Once you fall, you ain't gonna want to fall no more, right? Once you feel that pain, you're gonna. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it becomes repetition. It's in your head. So what if that's happening? I think that would be dope. You know what I'm saying?
I think it would be dope also, but like I said, how does that help Epic? Because the only way that helps him is if Fury is going to lose, or
I won't say help.
He owes him one. He says he's going to give him a title shot.
Ooh, Tyson?
Yeah.
Tyson ain't gonna give that man no title shot. Exactly. We talking about man that's still a prospect too, though. He got a long way to go climb this ladder, bro. He can't just come in and just be like, oh, I want to fight, blah, blah. Even though I know he wanted to fight Deontay and all that stuff, but I don't see him getting no title shot.
He has 12 wins under his belt.
Right. And he need more. He gonna end up fighting some overseas cats, you know what I'm saying? Some Brits. He gonna fight some of them. You know what I'm saying? I can see that, and they gonna showcase them. Think about it. Somebody like that, like I say, you want to showcase the mess out of this man. You know, he's with PBC now, so he's going to be showcased enough. But like you said, I do agree with you about a man like him at the height of him with power in both hands, get boxing ability, like major boxing ability from the number one heavyweight boxer right now. That is the boogeyman. That will scare the mess out of Tyson Fury. That's like creating Frankenstein.
There's no way that, I put it like this. Either way, either one wins, he's not going to fight neither one of them.
No, they not. No, because for one, they got the excuse that he's a prospect. He ain't earned it, and then Tyson Fury on his way out. I mean, you heard out of his mouth. He probably gonna fight 2-3. He wants to fight AJ, get that paycheck, and that probably be it. We hear from Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, like I say, he just being selfish, want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Because he like fight. It ain't about the money with him. Whatever. And I think that's what makes him great. That's what gives him tenacity that he won't. It's not about the money. It's about the sport. You know what I'm saying? He don't like to lose. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that makes a difference. But like you said, just think about it. He would be like a King Kong Ortiz with height. For a while, King Kong Ortiz did nobody want to fight King Kong Ortiz. Nobody. And to me, he's still the boogeyman. He'll give anybody problems. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it was a smaller man fighting a bigger man, but he was still winning both of those fights. You know what I'm saying? He just left that left hand down, man. But that's another story. God dang me. I still love Ortiz, man. That dude,
all right. Staying in the heavyweight division. Staying in there.
Okay.
What do you make of this back and forth and this pseudo beef between Andy Ruiz and Dylan White?
For real? Oh, you gotta catch me up. I didn't know about this one.
Apparently, Dylan White's been chirping over Twitter, talking about he could put down Andy Ruiz, and he's not that great of a fighter, and all this stuff. And Andy Ruiz went on to the hot boxing with Mike Tyson and talked about it.
Oh, okay.
And apparently,
I got the episode saved. I haven't watched it yet.
And apparently, Andy. You've heard him speak. He's a very soft-spoken young man.
Right.
He's not on demon time.
Right.
But
right.
Talking about Dylan White brought out another side of Andy. He was cursing. I've never heard him curse.
Wait a minute. Dylan White was on
No.
Hot Box with Mike Tyson?
No. It was Andy Ruiz was on there. And then Andy Ruiz brought up how Dylan White's been chirping at him, calling him out and all this different type of jazz. And I seen another side of Andy. Andy was visibly upset. He was visibly upset. He snarled his lip. I've never seen Andy do that.
What? So he's trying to show it. He's a dog already, but like I say, he one of them soft spoken. He one of them kids where they say don't put him in the corner, he's gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? But wow. But I don't think Dylan White even deserves a fight. No, Dylan White just trying. He wants a fight. He wants that fight, and I wouldn't give it to him.
I wouldn't give it to him because if I was Andy, I wouldn't fight him. I would make him wait. I would make him wait because of the way that he's going about this. He's going about this the wrong way. And something else that got out, that Andy was actually hitting up Eddie Hearn about the trilogy with Anthony Joshua.
Right. Now that I can see happening.
But here's the thing. Eddie Hearn hasn't been responding to him.
Because he don't want to get in the way of that. Let me tell you something. Hearn trying to wait. We'll see what's going to happen with this Tyson Fury fight. Point blank period.
I get that.
He don't want nothing to get in the way with that. He don't want nothing to get in Joshua ear about nothing. Like, nope, we ain't even finna talk about that, Jack. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We gonna keep focusing, keep training, because he got to get past Usyk. You know what I'm saying? Let him get past Usyk and do it like that. You know what I'm saying? But I would like to see the third one. I ain't gonna lie. I
would like to see a third one. And here's the thing. Even Mike Tyson gave his seal of approval for Andy Ruiz. He said, Andy, with the way you are now, the weight that you've lost and your hand speed, I don't see how Anthony Joshua beat you in a third fight.
I don't see it. Well, like I said, hopefully the ring rest, he got to be more active. He can't sit there and wait on that fight, obviously. So as long as he stay active, I can kind of agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I can kind of agree with that. He just can't be waiting on won't become a once-a-year fighter. That's not the type of fighter Andy is. Andy got to be.
He has to stay active. And there's plenty of people calling him out Ariola wants another match. King Kong Ortiz wants a match. Like I said, Dylan White and Joseph Parker. They all want to fight Andy.
I get with Joseph Parker. I can get, but I don't think he's ready for King Kong though.
I think it'd be an interesting match.
Yeah, but I don't want to set him up for failure.
It can either be a setup for failure or a setup for success.
Because we got fast hands with straight boxing skill. You finna put him in there with that man and they know how to adjust on the fly. You know, we talking about vet status. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think that, and people, like I said, you notice he's up there in age, but don't nobody call him the old man for a reason. They don't call him that because he don't fight like no old man. You know what I'm saying? So I would get him some not tune-up fights, but just some other fights. You know what I'm saying? Where they build that confidence of like where he feel like the ring is his. Like I said, the man just coming back. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And give him the display that we just saw. Obviously, with a bunch of ring rest, he needs to learn to respect other people's power. You understand what I'm saying? And learn to make those adjustments, because that's what I took from the Ariola fight, where he felt a couple of shots before he went down. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He felt that. He should have respected that and made the adjustments. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I'm saying. So we don't want to put him right back in the fire with King Kong Ortiz. Because like I said, King Kong Ortiz was fighting a bigger man than Deontay. You know what I'm saying? The dude got one punch knockout power. But ain't nobody else besides that man ever been able to handle King Kong.
Yeah. That's true. I agree. On to the next and the final round. Loma Nakatani. Masayoshi Nakatani.
I got Lomachenko in this. That's what I got. And I'm gonna tell you why. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's just my opinion. If he come in there making those same mistakes that he always do, he tends to lead with two left jabs and come with a overhand right, a right cross, or a straight right. He's not gonna be able to do that. He's not gonna be able to do that with Lomachenko. Lomachenko gonna be right in his face with them short punches. He's not gonna be able to get under that. Also, he's easy to time. Every time that man throw a left, he tends to drop his right. You see what I'm saying? His punches, his hooks tend to be too wide. You know what I mean? Now, saying that sounds like I'm describing a garbage boxer, don't it? No, he's not garbage, because he's very durable and he can give them hands back. It's just sometimes he tends to get frustrated and he will smother himself as well. His feet movement would bother me the most. You get what I'm saying? Like by him being his arms, he's being tall as he is, and his arm reach, he'll run in, throw a jab, and then took all his space away so he can't throw that hook. You get what I'm saying? By him throwing that hook, he got to throw it wide just to get it in. You get what I'm saying? And he easily get countered. So he needs to change some stuff like that, because coming with fighting Teofimo was one thing, but then you fighting Lomachenko now. Lomachenko smaller, just like Teofimo, but even faster.
I think Masayoshi Nakatani is going to win this fight. And a surprising upset. You got that look like, what the hell?
Right.
Surprising upset. This is the way I see it. Tio beat Loma.
Uh-huh.
Loma's used the same game plan every fight. Tio beat him.
Uh-huh.
Nakatani gave Tio a hell of a run. Almost won the fight. I believe he won the fight.
Who?
Nakatani, I believe he beat Tio.
What? No, that was the fight that put Tio on, because of his timing. Like, it showed they had great timing skills. Now, that knockdown in that fight was bullcrap, because he really slipped on some water. But other than that, I really believe that Tio won it. I mean, he pulled it out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I remember correctly, they dang near gave. After they gave Mayoshi, they gave him 1 round. Now I didn't agree with that,
No.
but Teofimo did win that fight. To me, he won that fight. He showed impeccable timing and poise. Like he started timing on, like I say, the wide shots. You know what I'm saying? He saw they was smothering himself, so he started closing the gap more, so he would make him hurry up and smother himself. You know what I'm saying? It was certain things he did, like he just started peeping it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we have to respect the fact that the man is 6 foot tall.
Oh,
Lomo's
yeah.
not that tall.
Yeah.
We have to respect that. We have to respect the fact that he has a 71-inch reach advantage.
I gotta give that, but like, okay, it's like one of the same, right? It's crazy because it's almost one of the same of the fight we were just talking about earlier in Barrios, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not, because Barrios got great feet movement, great timing, all of those skills. Where Nakatani is lacking in some of those skills, where he can be timed. He throw looping hooks and things like that. He's not as sharp, but he is very durable. Where you think you're gonna hit him and he's gonna back down. He's not. So he's like the perfect. I always compare him to like Margarito, because he even though he throw looping shots like Margarito or even Angulo, right?
Mm-hmm.
They throw looping shots, but they hurt. Okay, when they land, but they walk you down. They don't stop coming forward. It's not gonna be none of that. And even if they take a step back, believe me, they're taking 2 steps forward afterwards. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that was one of Loma's problems with Teofimo. Teofimo figured out, if I put this man on the back foot, he's gonna have a problem all night.
I just got one phrase to describe Nakatani. Adeniyi Sinchi. Great warrior. Japanese.
I sure gonna say, what the heck you just said? I don't know none of that.
Out of a great warrior, you never take into account his heart. I believe he has the heart to be in this fight. I believe he has the heart to pull this fight out. It's just whether or not the body follows. Now, he will take some punches. He will take some punches just to give some. My only criticism. That is my only criticism of that man. But he has a very durable face. So
yeah,
we can see a tough fight.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I actually have this as a 50-50 fight.
It can be one. It can be one. I'm not saying it can't. It can be one. It's just if Lomachenko with the right game plan, and like I said, be patient, he can get him out there later rounds. How many people can say they didn't knock this man out? I mean, heck, his resume says for itself. Like I said, I'm not a resume biased person where I'm about to tell y'all at the end of the day where, oh, we don't know them people. Well, I tell you this, the only person he lost to was Teofimo. You know, he had about 5-6 knockouts before that and one unanimous decision, if I'm correct. I'm not sure, but I know my stuff. So I'm telling you, he ain't. I'm not saying he a chump. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So, and some of them was actual KOs, not just TKOs. You get what I'm saying?
That's true.
So it's like I said, it can very be a 50-50 fight. Style makes fights. Period. You know what I'm saying? He may fit Lomachenko just as well as Teofimo. Here, we also didn't say this. This is Vasili's comeback fight. We need to see how he's gonna come back from defeat.
Yeah.
That's a mental thing.
Defeat can be a thing to.
Yeah, that's a mental thing.
Just like no man truly comes back the same after a defeat. He can either come back more ruthless, or he can come back a shell of himself.
Yep.
That's it. Other than that, I have nothing else.
And look, stay tuned for all the fights and with all we bring We gonna have it tomorrow. Coverage starting at 3:00 live. Media day for Lomachenko will be up. We will be live. So please come out and hang out with us. That is going down. No, not tomorrow. Is today Wednesday? Yeah. Well, my day is behind.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, media day is tomorrow. It's Thursday, right? So make
Friday
sure.
is the weigh in, and then Saturday is the fight.
Exactly. So make sure you tune in, and we're gonna be trying to watch both fights. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna try to be because the main events might offset each other. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm hoping for. You know what I'm saying?
That too, actually.
That's what I'm hoping for. So, like I said, make sure y'all hit the like button, share the videos. You know what I'm saying? Hit the comment section on anything that you want to talk about. We with it. Check out the YouTube, the IGs, right up under our names right here, and do it like that, man. I'm trying to get this right. All right. There you go. My bad, y'all. Updating the title.
Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, amateurs, contenders, and prospects, thank you for coming into the Judges Table, episode 2. This is Polo J within the Red Corner Boxing, and to my left is...
You know who it is. It's your boy Slick 50 TV. You know what I'm saying? For GMT Boxing. Hey, no, hold on. We are going to be in Vegas. I'm saying this every time. So if you see us out there, don't hesitate to say anything to us. Walk on up. Let us know. You know what I'm saying? That you watch the show. You know, watch our vids. That's what we're here for. Because we'll be vlogging at the same time, so you become part of the vlog. You know what I'm saying? As well, might even get to meet Mr. Z, the mysterious Mr. Z, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're not going to get to meet Mr. Z. No, you're not.
But yeah, no, for real. All in all, man, we appreciate you guys. 100%. I can't say that enough, man. I will say this. I want to put a question out there. Who do y'all actually see as time is getting close? Manny Pacquiao, Earl Spence. This is for y'all. Me and this man up here can debate about this all day, and we're not right now. But I want y'all to answer that because it seems like I got a video coming out. I don't think speed's gonna be an issue. I don't think speed's gonna be the issue, and I'm gonna leave it right there, man.
Okay.
Oh, man, look, he don't never say it. Go subscribe to Polo J Boxing as well. In the red corner with Polo J, to be exact. All right. Having said that, we up out of here. Y'all be easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me tell you something.
Yo, what's going on, man?
How you doing, man? How you doing? Thanks for having me.
I'm all right. For the people that don't know, the up and coming Jahai Tucker, I'm claiming it. The boy gonna be a star. He gonna be champ. You hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. We appreciate you, man. We really do.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. Yo.
So yeah, man. I gotta ask the cliche question, man, just to get it out the way. What made you get into the violent sport of boxing?
Well, when I was younger, my dad, we always used to like this, box around the house and stuff like that, hit the pads or whatnot. But we moved to Star City and it was a boxing gym. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take you to the boxing gym." And then I went and I sparred, and one of the coaches was like, "Yo, you could be a world champion one day. You want to box?" I was like, "Oh, sure."
Wow.
Damn.
So you just jumped in and just loved it, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
something like that. No
Yeah.
bumps, no bruises on the way. Like I don't know, man. Or
Feel me? Like, it comes with bumps and bruises. It wasn't like, not a full smooth ride, But, just like everything else in life. Feel me? Take it one step at a time.
I feel you. Now, was this like your first love, or was you interested in any other sports before boxing?
Hey, what just cut out on me?
No, I said, was this your?
I was interested in basketball. You feel me?
Oh, okay. Was you any good?
Yeah,
I think you'd have graduated by now.
Basketball. Oh yeah. I graduated.
Yeah.
But boxing was always my first sport though. Like, it was my first sport. That's the first sport that I really took serious. Was boxing.
Okay. That explains the agility you got there.
Yeah, something like it.
Hey, I want to congratulate you on your last fight, winning by unanimous decision, man. That was a good fight, man. Could you tell us about it?
It was a tough opponent. Real strong. We just worked. I worked too hard. Me and my team worked very hard, real hard. So I mean, no matter who's in there, it doesn't really matter. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, the opponent was tough. Feel me? All respects to him. I was getting more comfortable. It's my fourth fight, so I just want to every fight I want to keep getting better and keep improving on stuff and just keep getting more comfortable. That's the main thing. Because once I'm at full, like 100% comfortable, y'all gonna see something like it's gonna blow your mind. I promise.
All right. Yeah, I can see
you the welterweight champion soon.
Yeah. Welterweight, 154, 160, 68, 75. Grab all of them.
I like that. I like that confidence. I love that.
I see it in the ring. That's why I say you got a mean straight right, man. You got a mean straight right. I see like a little bit of Roy in you too, man. Was Roy something that you looked at growing up? Or?
Roy was a lot. I looked at Roy a lot. You feel me?
That straight right is on money.
Yeah, it's a lot of things that I took from Roy Jones, Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker. You feel me?
All right. The man does his history. All right.
A lot of people. I studied everybody, all different styles and everything.
Yeah. Being from Queens, New York.
Yeah.
I want to know how the heck you became a Lakers fan.
Well, I was always a LeBron fan. Feel me? But I was always a LeBron fan. But the Lakers, they had drafted Alonzo Ball. He was one of my favorite players coming out of college. Still one of my favorite players now. But that when they drafted him, I was a Lakers fan because wherever he went, that's my team. And then when LeBron went, that just was icing on the cake.
Gotcha.
That's right. I'm a firm believer of having a strong foundation. Whether it's parents or just people in your corner. Could you tell me more about your upbringing with your father and how that motivated you and molded you into being the young man that you are today?
When I was younger, I always wanted to be like my dad. I had to a lot of things I take from him. A lot of things he told me. You feel me? Like not just boxing, but like life in general. You feel me? Both my parents, my mother and my father, they work real hard, so I got that from them. You feel me? There's a lot of things that I got from both of them. And just life experiences you learn as you go along. They was there to help me. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm feeling you on that.
Yeah.
Now I read someone that you be sparring people, man. Who on like you to spar so far?
Oh, I sparred a lot of people. The top guys that I sparred is you got Shakur Stevenson, Richard Comey, Richardson Hitchens.
Okay.
I sparred the Davis brothers. I ain't sparred Keyshawn. I sparred his two brothers though. I ain't sparred Keyshawn Davis.
Okay.
Excuse me. I sparred Pete Dobson. I sparred Mickey Bay.
Nice resume.
Yeah, I sparred a lot of guys.
I see why your confidence is high, man. I see why it's high. Now I gotta ask you though, how did you come into likes with Jay Prince, the legend Jay Prince, man?
It was real crazy, man. Shout out to Jackal Fitness. Feel me? Showtime Shot. Showtime Shot. Shout out to him. He was the one. He was always promoting me on his Instagram page and whatnot. He always promote me, always give me interviews, always post my stuff. And so Mike Prince, which is like Jay Prince family, he connected with me through Showtime Shot. You feel me? And then he got in contact with us. Boom, next thing you know, he said, yo, come out to Houston. We sparred with Shakur and them. Feel me? And after that, Jay said, yo, we got to sign you. And from there, was history.
That's incredible. And that was doing amateurs?
Yeah, that was during last year.
That's huge. That's
I
huge.
was fresh out the amateurs.
That's huge.
That's huge because I feel like
is it true that you went pro at 17?
Yeah, but my first fight was on. I just got signed by Jay Prince. My first fight was in September.
Wow. What made you go pro at 17?
Well, one, there was a lot of things. You feel me? One, the pandemic really played a key role in it because I didn't know when the next fight was gonna be for the amateurs. So
Gotcha.
I figured to myself, yo, if I'm not gonna fight regardless, I might as well get paid for it, you know, instead of just sitting here.
Right,
so that was
that's
one.
right.
That's one. Two, I feel like I was ready to go pro. If you ask me, I feel like I was ready to go pro at 16. But you know, 17 is what happened. So we signed at 17. You know, and I wanted to get my goal becoming like one of the greatest boxers of all time. I felt like I did what I had to do in the amateurs. I won nationals. I went international. I would beat the top competition. So I was like, yo, it's time to go to the pros now.
I hear that.
I hear
that.
Yeah. Well, I feel that the man Jay Prince doesn't get enough credit in the boxing world.
Right.
I feel as if he's constantly looked down upon for some reason. I don't know if it has anything to do with race or if it has anything to do with anything outside of the sport of boxing. But can you elaborate on how good of a man Jay Prince actually is?
Jay Prince, he's a good manager. You feel me? I say he's the best in the game. If you ask me, you feel me? Ask anybody, I feel like he's the best in the game. Look at his. He got the roster, yo. In the next 10 years. Even not even 10, next 5 years, you feel me? Jay Prince Boxing gonna run all the boxing in every division. We're gonna have a champion in every division. You feel me? Jay take care of all his fighters. He makes sure all of us straight. He'll get us the fights, you know. And he's not a hard person to deal with. You feel me? He's a man of his word, so that's a good thing. Real good things.
That's big.
Now you was in the Olympics, correct?
Nah, I was I was junior. I was a junior before I got signed.
Oh, okay.
I went overseas with the junior team, and I won a junior world championship over there at one of the top tournaments in the world. I think it's the Bormisha tournament in Hungary. We went out there and we was like we won the best team out there, like Team USA. We got like 7 gold medals, 1 silver and 3 bronze. Like everybody on the team medaled. And it was a good experience, great experience.
That's good experience because you already been out the country and you pretty much ready for that. You know, most boxers box here and late in their career they go overseas and had the nervous jitters. You already done been through that. That speaks volumes for your skills, man. That speaks volume for your skills. And I got another question, man. You say you sparred all them, man. Nice sparring resume. But have you met any legends along the way that have gave you any type of pointers that took notice to you?
Oh yeah, I met a lot of legends. I met Sugar Ray Leonard. Feel me? I met Andre Ward, Terrence Crawford. He's current legend right now, but I met Terrence Crawford.
Right.
Timothy Bradley. He after the fights, he giving me like tips and stuff what I need to work on, like off the camera, off the air. You feel me?
Okay.
You know, it's a lot of guys. Danny Jacobs. I grew up around them because like that's the gym that Star City. That's where he used to train at. So I was training at. So I grew up around those guys. You feel me? So I met a lot of guys. You feel me? A lot of them.
I hear you.
I know you said that you didn't go to the Olympics. I know that.
Yeah.
But I live my life with the saying no regrets, and I'm pretty sure you're a young man that lives his life the same way.
Yeah.
But it's something different about representing your country against all other countries just for complete supremacy.
Yeah.
Do you think that if you got to the Olympics or you were in this year's Olympics, you would mop the floor with the world's competition?
For the competition?
Yes.
Oh yeah, no doubt. You feel me? I feel like I said before, I feel like you put me in the ring with anybody right now. I feel like I'll beat them. You feel me? And that's not just me being confident. I honestly, genuinely mean that. You feel me? I feel like if I was in the Olympics this year, I would have won the fighter the Roy Jones Award. You feel me? The fighter of the year, the fighter of the tournament award.
Okay.
Look, I feel like, yeah, that definitely would have been. It would have been a great experience. In fact, I really wanted to go to the Olympics because I knew, like, yo, that would be a good look on my resume, and I knew I could wipe the competition. It's just that I was my age didn't match up with the regulations at the time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, of course.
I see that, man. So I got to ask this too. If you had a choice right now to fight anybody, who would it be?
I'm going straight to the top. I'm going straight for Crawford or Spencer Pacquiao. For me,
Okay.
Yeah, even I could try to touch 140. You feel me? And go grab belts from Josh Taylor. Like, if I had to fight anybody right now, it's a belt fight. I'm going for the chip. You know, because my main goal is to clear as many divisions as I can and beat all the top guys and just take all the belts that I possibly can before I leave the game. You feel me?
Okay. So you talking about going to welter? Well, you young though. You may end up going there anyways too. Cause what? Yeah. Have you grown any? Was you like 5'11"?
Yeah, I'm still around 5'11". You feel me? I probably grew an inch. That's about it.
Yeah.
But I'm still growing too. That's the thing. So I haven't even touched my full man strength yet, and I'm stronger than a lot of guys. After my second fight, I realized, I have to get stronger. So, my team, we put together a workout routine. We hit the weight room, we hit the push-ups, we started trying different types of training and stuff, and I just got super strong. So,
okay. Yeah, the strength is definitely there. The strength is definitely there.
Yeah. So, and on top of that, the man strength is I still got to go into that too, you feel me? So that's going to be a whole nother ball game when that comes in.
Okay. See, my partner, he lacks strength, but both of us are sticklers for footwork. And I have to say, for a young fighter, you have some of the best footwork that I've ever seen. Could you tell me what got you to that point to where you're moving like no disrespect, but a ballerina in the ring so gracefully?
I appreciate that, man. I got it's a lot. I studied my footwork. Got that from Lomachenko. You feel me? Studied a lot of Lomachenko. I did take a couple dance classes too. Feel me?
Okay.
To get my footwork better. A lot of footwork drills, a lot of soccer drills. Just a lot of studying different styles of fighting, different fighters, and different ways of footwork.
Yeah, it paid off.
Yeah,
it paid off. So, having said that, what's new that you add into your arsenal now?
Oh wait, repeat that again. It cut out.
Oh, my bad. No, I was saying. So, having said that, what's something new that you're working on to add to your arsenal?
Oh, right now I'm just trying to sharpen everything I got right now. I'm trying to work on different types of defense now, like blocking better. I'm working on just trying to little things I can incorporate in my game that will make it 10 times better, like punch placement, throwing the right shot, finishing better, like knowing how to finish an opponent. Just little things like that. That's gonna take me to the top.
Okay. That's where it's at too. It'd be the small stuff. That's right. Good stuff, man. So, do you have a fight coming up, lined up? Even though are you looking at somebody? Because I know you just got done fighting.
My bad, man. It keeps cutting out. You could repeat that for me again, please.
No, I was saying, I know you just got done fighting, but I was saying, are y'all looking at somebody already to line up for the next fight?
Do you have another opponent lined up right now?
I'm in a bad reception area right now.
I'm sorry. We were saying, do you have another opponent lined up right now?
Yeah, it's going in now.
Okay.
Let me see.
Well, ladies and
gentlemen, you still there?
He's still there. I believe it's just the signal.
Yeah.
Trying to get through it. That's just something that happens, ladies and gentlemen. Technology is a beautiful thing, but it's also a hindrance at the same time.
Right. It ain't perfect.
It's not perfect. So we don't get mad at our technology. Let's not get mad at each other for not being perfect. That's all I gotta say about
It
that.
would happen. One question I really wanted to know. Oh, he just dropped out. Hopefully he comes back, y'all. Hopefully he comes
Hopefully he
back.
does that. But
Yeah, he shot me with some big names. That man confidence is up there though. He said,
I
I'm going for the big dogs. I'm going for the big dogs.
I just hope the young man doesn't get the moniker of a boogie man.
Nah, I don't. If he with Jay Prince, I believe Jay Prince do his job and pays him right. You know, the turn, like I say, and plus he done spar with the likes of Shakur and all them. Like I say, it's all about knowing when to turn it on and turn it off.
Yeah, I know. But you know, that's the problem that a lot of these fighters have, like Shakur right now. They're the quote unquote boogeyman because they've sparred everybody. So these people seem to be avoiding them.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure they learned their lesson from it, though. You know what I mean? Like, you just can't, I'm not going to put my dog in the ring with your dog and then you ain't going to want to fight, fight me later type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping in the boxing world, you get what I'm saying, that we're learning that you can't just do that. You know what I mean? Because it's almost telling your game plan for a fight. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's big facts.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good young man. I want him to succeed.
I see him. Like I said, I'm claiming it for him. I see him as being a champ. If you guys have not checked any of his videos, his name is in the title, Jahad Tucker. Up and coming champ. He's clean. He's very clean. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever. Hold on, real quick.
He's coming back.
Okay, yeah, he just texted he's coming back. Okay, cool.
All right. Let's just give him a second to come in.
Yeah, but like I said, man, he got the goods. He has the goods. Nice speed, too. And like I say, he growing into his manpower. He ain't even got there, boy. That straight right is beautiful. Trust me, he's relentless with it. It's like a gunshot. It remind me of Roy. Just, right. As soon as I saw it, I said, dang, that was Roy.
That's that straight shooter. That's man. I can't wait for him to get in there with, a champion. But in due time, I give him about another.
And from watching fights, the level of competition is up. It's not being stagnant. So as long as they keep doing that, he'll be ready.
It's a steadily increase in the level.
Yeah.
I like that. But I like that because most fighters, they get stuck.
Right.
Stuck at the level of competition that they're in, and then they never get their chance to improve. But when they finally do get it, they're done by then because it's too late in the game.
Right. And that's what I liked about the likes of Edgar Berlanga and Jahad Tucker. They want the competition. They want, because they want to be great. This is what makes legacy fighters. You know what I mean?
And speaking of Berlanga, I love Berlanga. And let me just put this out there. It happens. People get knocked out in spar.
Man, that's the thing, man. It's a bunch of people legends that got knocked down in sparring that you just don't know.
Exactly. See, it happens.
All right, we got them back, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, my bad, guys. Technical difficulties.
Oh, it's all good. Good. Now, I was asking was, even though y'all know you just got that fighting and whatnot, are you already looking? Are you guys already looking? Are you already guys looking at someone for your next fight?
Yeah, we're looking for a date and the opponent, but I keep training though, just because it just pops up sometimes. They just tell you, you fight this day, you just gotta be ready,
Right.
I
just finished thing. I just got out the gym. I'm about to go run as I'm talking to you guys.
Okay.
See, I love that. I love boxers doing road work because that's something that's missing with a lot of boxers. They refuse to do it for some reason. They think that just hitting the jump ropes is enough or getting on the treadmill, but no, you got to get out there in the elements. You got to harden your shins and your legs and all that stuff to build up that endurance. Run them heels,
Right.
I love that. I love that, man.
How often, if it was up to you, how often would you fight a year?
If up to me, I'd fight every month.
Oh, dang.
It make it easy. I get out the way. You feel me?
Oh man, my dude said every month.
Yeah,
I
every
was
month.
expecting,
You
I
feel
was
me?
expecting 3 times, maybe 4 times.
He'd be the guy to end up with retire with a 202 and 5 record and shit.
That's what he had the Joe Johnson record. He beat his record.
Nah, man. Cause like the way I look at it is, yo, we fighters. You feel me? And the quickest way to get the accolades and get all the accomplishments that I want to get, I just gotta fight. So I'd rather just fight as much as I can. You know,
Right.
get it out the
Well,
way.
let me ask you a question. How do you feel about resume bias? Like when, for instance, a fighter has somewhat names on his resume, but they're kind of lackluster, the big names, and they can't get the big names because the big names don't want to fight them with people called a certain fighter week. Do you feel like that's right?
It's a two-way street to look at it.
Okay.
Because one, it's not like okay, for example, Terrence Crawford, right? For Terrence Crawford now, so he's possibly the best fighter in the world. Or I got him at number 2 pound for pound. You feel me?
Okay.
Like, he's talented. He's super nice. Like, Terrence Crawford is nice. Just nobody wants to fight him. No big name wants to fight him. At least they don't appear like they want to fight him because the deal is always there. He's always ready to fight.
Right.
They just never want to fight him. So, and then you look at other guys where, like a Manny Pacquiao or even an Errol Spence. Errol Spence now, he got names on his belt. He got a couple names on his belt. A Kell Brooks, a Sean Porter.
Right.
And now will be a Manny Pacquiao, a Danny Garcia. Like, he got a couple names on his belt. So, look at it from that perspective. Yeah, you could say that Terrence Crawford, like, yeah, nobody wants to fight him and stuff. But then again, you can't put him in certain categories because we haven't seen him against top competition, you know?
Right. I totally agree with that.
Yeah, me personally, I break my list into 2 different lists. I got like best, where I rate off a skill, like of what I seen, no matter the competition. I just base it off of what I seen. And then I got the accolades, where you beat, what you won, your record, how you look, you know? Not even how you look, but what, like, for example, Muhammad Ali, when he fought George Foreman.
Right.
Muhammad Ali, from 1967, or like right when he got out of jail, that was the end of his prime. Really about the end of his prime. And from there, you've seen like shadows from him. It wasn't a full guy. But he still was able to become the greatest fighter, in a lot of people's opinion, because of who he fought and what he went through while fighting them. He showed the amount of heart he showed, the amount of endurance he showed, and he showed the will to win. He won. Like with George Foreman, everybody expected him to get killed. He wasn't out there boxing like how Floyd was beating Canelo. Like how Floyd's outboxing. He wasn't doing that. But he just had a mindset, he had a game plan. He just stuck to the game plan and won. That's what you call great. That's a great accolade. You get what I'm trying to say?
Right.
Yeah, so that's how I break my 2 lists up. You got the best skill-wise and then the greats.
That's the way I actually break my list down also.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Because that's a constant debate over here as far as with the resumes, because I feel as if there's fighters who are worthy of greatness, but they just don't
get the chance.
Chance.
Yeah.
Like Bud and Udonis Ugas are my favorite fighters. I'm not even going to lie to you, but they don't get the chances that everybody else gets, and it just bothers me. It just bothers me.
Because it's unfair to them, because you gotta remember they work hard every day to prove that they're great. You know, especially a dude like Terrence Crawford. The position he's in the pound for pound position. He already won undisputed. He won. I think he got 3 division championships right now, and he got a belt right now. You know, and I know he wants to make the big fights. You feel me? I know he wants to make the big fights because 1, that's the payday, and 2, you can put your name in history.
I got a question. So, speaking of pound for pound, how do you feel about ESPN taking Clarissa Shields out the pound for pound list?
For females?
For all of it.
Oh, they took her out. Why? Because she was on Fight MMA?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's come on now.
Right.
I didn't even know they did that. That's kind of messed up, because Clarissa Shields is the greatest woman boxer of all time. And one of the greatest boxers of all time, woman or man. Feel me? She's one of the greatest boxers of all time.
Yep. She keep doing what she's doing. She's gonna be one of the greatest female athletes of all time.
Yeah, because she's really doing. She got 2 Olympic gold medals, right?
Yep.
Then she's undisputed in 2 different divisions in like 7 fights or 8 fights or something like that.
Yep.
You know, and then she went MMA, and a lot of people was down her for MMA, but she proved
She
herself.
did her thing. She did her thing. Yeah.
I got nothing but respect for Claressa Shields. That's crazy. They took her off the pound for pound list because she went MMA.
Yep.
Yeah, man,
Yep.
that's crazy.
I know what you said you had Bud number 2. Who's your number 1?
I got Canelo at number 1.
Okay, I got you.
If I'm being honest with you, I can't put Loma at number 1 because he just lost to Tio. You feel me? But before that, I had Loma at number 1 because nobody's better than Loma in my opinion. You feel me? Like skill wise, I never seen any fighter in history that be doing what Lomachenko does. You know?
Yeah, he studies the point of attack and he's very good at it.
Yeah,
very good at point.
That's why I respect Tio a lot. Because Tio beat him.
But do you think it's fair that he was put on a pound for pound list with only like 14 fights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you gotta remember, if I got 14 fights, but I can name the names he wiped out though. You feel me? Like he done beat names, and you gotta also remember he's a 130 or 126 fighting 135. Yeah. You feel me? So he's literally doing what pound for pound means. Like I could be a 126 if I could fight through 135 and beat him. Like
I can give you that. I didn't think from that perspective. I can give you that.
I respect.
Going back.
But one thing I will tell you though, it was a little unfair to a lot of other fighters because Loma came in the game and got a belt shot his second fight. There's a lot of fighters who was doing work. They was doing a lot of work, and they didn't get a belt shot till they 25th fight, 30th fight.
Facts. That was one of the things that I was like, how is this possible? But like you say though, to each his own. But I didn't think he was worthy. But when you say it like that, 126 jump 130, I can give him that.
Yeah,
going up and down route.
Yeah, because and he was taking out names. He wasn't just beating nobody. He took out Gary Russell, his third fight. Then he took out Nicholas Walters. He took out Rigondeaux. He took out Linares. He beat Luke Campbell. You know? And there's a couple other who else did he beat? Nah, I think that was it. Those are the good guys.
No, it was a good guy.
I mean, that's a good resume right there.
That's a good resume. But that was unfortunate. I'm saying they would call him pound for pound before that though.
Oh, before which one? Like
before we fought Gary.
I remember they called him pound for pound after he won after he beat Nicholas Walters. That's when it was like, he's the best pound for pound fighter.
Right, when Nicholas quit, I remember that.
Yeah. But I tell you one thing, bro. White boy earned it though. I ain't gonna lie. He could box. Like he could really box.
No, he could. I'm not saying he's garbage by far. I'm not saying that at all. No, sir. I am not saying that.
That's one boy. Like, cause I used to really sit down and study. I'd be like, that's why I got my footwork like him. Cause I was like, he just moves, bro. He just be moving.
Yeah.
He boxes.
Now, I got some pushback for you.
All right.
Over here in these parts, we discuss things like men. If we disagree, we just disagree, and after that, we just keep it moving.
Yeah.
I do not have Canelo pound for pound.
Who you got number 1?
I actually have Earl pound for pound right now.
You got Earl Spence number 1?
I have Earl Spence number 1 right now, and I can explain to you why.
All right, let me hear.
I'm a person who, I can deal with some resume bias. I can contradict myself on any given day.
Yeah.
But what I cannot deal with is cherry picking.
Yeah.
I cannot deal with that. And if you look at Canelo's last several opponents, they've been cherry picked. He's avoided top level competition, in my opinion.
His last fight was just against Billy Joe Saunders.
That was the last one. That had to happen. But what I'm saying, what my partner's saying is, for instance, who was the guy that he gave the pop-out arm to? I forgot.
Liam Smith. He
gave him a month and a half to train for that fight. He did Khalid Plant the same way, and Khalid Plant had turned down the fight. Like, no, I'm not going to train a month and a half and jump in the ring with you.
Well, I tell you one thing. I agree with that. The last 2 fights before the Billy Joe Saunders fight, those last I think it was like 2 or 3 fights. There was one fight he fought this one English dude. He's a champion. He was alright, but he wasn't like,
Right.
But I agree with that. But you also got to look at his resume from before that, though. You feel me? Well, wait,
Mhm.
before we get into this, what y'all thought about the Triple G fight? The Triple G series, the first fight and the second fight.
Canelo lost one of those fights.
I thought
I
the
agree.
first was a draw. I thought the first was a draw, to be honest with you. I felt like Canelo did enough showing boxing ability and being smart about the adjustments he made to keep it going. Whereas Triple G was just still being himself, a straightforward, pushing, pressure fighter. The second one, I felt like Canelo won that all day. He had figured out, like, all I got to do is box this guy, and I'm going to win it.
I felt like
split
the
it.
first fight. I feel like Canelo lost the first fight. Personally, I feel like he lost the first fight,
Mhm.
but I feel like he lost it because Triple G just showed like he wanted it more. Like watching the fight, I was watching the live. It was like Canelo didn't look like he wanted to win. You feel me? The second fight though, I thought Canelo edged it out 7-5.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
That's a fact.
yeah, you got Canelo when he fought Triple G. Feel me? He fought Miguel Cotto. He fought Miguel Cotto before Floyd fought Miguel Cotto.
Mm-hmm.
He fought. I don't really count the Shane Mosley because Shane Mosley was pretty old at that time. He fought. Like he has a couple good names on his resume. You feel me? He even
He do from
Floyd.
going up.
He lost. Don't get it messed up. He lost, but how many people can say, "Yo, I wanted to fight Floyd"?
No Floyd fight when we would have Canelo we have today.
Of course not. Nah.
That's the fight that turned his career around. Like, I got to learn to box. I just can't be a slugger.
Yeah.
You know, whatnot. And I'm not taking away from because he got good skills, no doubt. The dude can make adjustments. That's how he beat Billy Joe. He saw he didn't like them good shots, and he knew every time he was about to throw a good shot, he would fold up. That's why he started throwing that uppercut. It was gonna land. It was gonna land. You know, so he did very well. It's just, I think the gripe that people have with him is now it's starting to look like cherry. It may not even be that. It's just like, for you to be that good, why not get somebody else at least almost as good as you? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, I understand 100%. You know, and I can see why you're saying that Errol Spence is number one because one that tell you he don't cherry pick. Errol Spence, he got a hell of a resume. You know, Errol got a hell of a resume, and him the only person in that division who got a bigger resume than him is Pacquiao.
No.
Right. Pacquiao got the biggest resume out of all of
He
them.
has the biggest, but he doesn't have the best. The best resume goes to Sean Porter.
Nah.
Well, current. If you go to current, yeah.
No. You just talking about welterweight, or you talking about like
overall? No, he was thinking welterweight. He was just thinking welterweight. Overall, yeah.
Overall,
Manny got the biggest resume of everybody right now. But
yeah.
But
overall,
Sean just fought everybody before it's out of the big five. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Sean fought everybody, but like, do you believe? Say Earl. Well, I'm gonna ask you this: who winning Earl and Pacquiao? Just your pick.
In my opinion, I think Pacquiao gonna pull it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Can I tell you why? Errol, he's very flat-footed, and when he tries to box, it looks a little awkward. It's not that he's not able to box; it just looks a little awkward. You know what I mean?
Right.
Pacquiao, he doesn't think. Pacquiao speed and power. You feel me? Speed, power, his footwork, his movement, his experience, his IQ. I just feel like he gonna beat Spence. I don't think he's gonna walk through Spence. I feel like it's still gonna be a close fight. I wouldn't be surprised if Spence.
He doesn't walk through nobody though.
Yeah, nah. I don't expect it to be like a one-sided affair. None of that. Like, I feel like it's gonna be a real close fight. Like 1 or 2 rounds may decide it. But if you ask me, I feel like it's on Pacquiao.
Yeah, I said the same thing. That I said Earl's flat-footed unless he shows something new.
Yeah.
I can't call it because Pacquiao. People say like, oh, he's not just gonna walk in there and knock Earl out. Well, he's never done anybody like that. He gets you by accumulation.
Yeah.
So, you know. And the fight that I compare to this fight has always been the Cotto fight. Cotto come in, beat the pressure, flat-footed, walk forward, and he got Cotto like just punches and bunches, and it takes his toll.
But I'll tell you one thing though, Errol Spence got a way better defense than Cotto.
Oh, heck
yeah.
Most definitely.
Errol, he may not move a lot like footwork wise, but his hands up, he's very basic, but he's fundamentally sound though. You feel me?
Right. But I will challenge you to go watch. Pick any fight, any Manny Pacquiao fight, okay?
Okay.
And watch it slow-mo on YouTube. Like, slow the speed down.
Yeah.
And you will see that Manny Pacquiao don't care what he hits.
He just throwing. I get you.
He's throwing. He will hit you if you got your gloves up. He's punching your gloves on purpose so you hit yourself. Anything to frustrate you, he does it.
Yeah, that's a fact. I get that.
You know what I'm saying? Lomo does the same thing. Lomo knock your guard down.
Yeah.
With you. You know what I'm saying? These are all point of attacks. If it's a video, you can look at it called point of attacks if you ever want to check it out. Then you wonder why they do what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, cool. It's on YouTube, right? Point of attack.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Yeah,
right,
it's called Point of Attack. It's called 5 Ways Point of Attack.
All right,
and you'll be shocked who wrote the book on it. I ain't gonna tell you, and you'll be shocked how these boxers adapted to their game. Okay, but no, on everything. So I tell everybody, oh, he ain't gonna knock Earl out. I'm like, dude, don't go in there with the intentions to knock you out. Pacquiao ain't never went no fight with the intention to knock nobody out. If it happens, it happens. That's just how it is with him. You know, he wants to win a fight. He said it several times that you know, why go in there and me trying to intentionally hurt you when I can win by 12? Yeah. But if it happened, it happens, you know, whatever. But I do think Earl got a great shot. Now, Earl just going to have to keep up the pace because, like, it's speed usually is the first to slow down and your gas and then your power last. Yeah. I don't see the man's speed slowing down. I was just watching him train. I don't see the speed that went down. None. The only thing I could see for any type of game plan is hope the old man slow down by 6. He will start running out of gas.
Now, I feel like Errol Spence can slow him down. All Errol Spence got to do is touch his body. Because when Errol Spence started touching the body, because remember, Errol Spence got real game-changing power. You feel me? Yeah. If he hit him with something tough, like that could discourage. I don't think it's going to discourage Manny because he's been hit hard before. You feel me? Yeah. But it'll definitely like let him think twice before coming in, and Errol Spence can capitalize off that.
Right.
I honestly think that that's the game plan because if you look at the Cotto fight, he suckered Cotto in with a lot of those hard body punches that he wanted to throw.
Yeah. He let him throw them at him just to intimidate him.
I think
Earl, I think Earl hits a lot harder than.
Yeah. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I just think that that's going to be the same game plan. And but something else, I get tired of some of these belt holders holding these belts hostage. Yeah. If Manny Pacquiao wins, do you think that this will be a good thing for that division?
Because whoever win this fight, right? Because this is for all 3 belts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever wins this fight, it's only one other fight to make. You feel me? So I feel like whoever wins this fight, if Pacquiao get it, I feel like it will be more likely that Pacquiao make the fight with Crawford, because Pacquiao, he's like that. He'll make the fights happen.
Right.
But I feel like if anyone to make the fight, they gotta make a fight. They gotta fight Crawford. That's the only other fight to make. And if they don't, then that says something about them and their team.
It's gonna be a great cloud over there, right?
Yeah. So they gotta
carry on.
Yeah.
That's another thing. But you don't think Pacquiao retires after this fight, win or lose?
I don't know. He's like, what, 42, 43 now?
Yeah, he's trying to become president.
And I think the elections is coming up.
Oh,
yeah, he's trying to become president.
He might retire after this. So in that case, then, if Pacquiao wins, right? Say Pacquiao wins, but he doesn't fight Crawford, and he just goes and retires. And that just opened up. That just opened the game up. Because that just vacated all the belts. You feel me?
Right.
Now you can see a guy like you guys get a belt of his own because they've been screwing that guy for a minute now. You know? You guys can get a belt. A Virgil Ortiz get a belt. A Jerron Ennis get a belt. So a lot of dudes can get a belt. I can get a belt myself. That's my division. You know what I mean?
Get your belt, young man. Get your belt.
My belt.
He gonna get it. He gonna get
your belt.
Yeah. So that's it right there. That would be good.
That would be a good thing. That's my line of thinking. I believe if Pacquiao wins and he's elected president, and all those belts are vacated, it's just going to cause a championship scramble, so where there's going to be no choice for the best to fight the best. Yeah. Like I can see you fighting Keith Thurman next year, man.
I appreciate that. For me,
that'd be dope
for a contendership match. I can see that. I can see that. I can see Ugas versus Porter too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice.
What you thought about that first fight?
Ugas won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody know who won that fight.
Now, I felt the same way when the decision was read. I was like, oh man. Yeah, you feel me?
Let me ask you this. Hey, if Earl didn't get that knockdown against Shine, who you thought would win that fight?
I thought it would have went to a draw.
See, I said it would have been a draw. I said, but that's to me that's Earl's toughest fight to date. Boy.
Yeah.
That fight, and I love watching that fight over and over again. That was nice.
If Earl never got into that car accident, I feel like he would have been way better than he is now.
Oh yeah, he would have been progressed.
I feel like he would have had like, all 3 belts right now. You know what I mean?
Right,
Take the separation of time that done passed from healing and stuff, and him getting back into training shape, then him getting back to fighting shape.
But I gotta give him props to come back as quick as he did though.
Oh yeah, of course.
Was ridiculous.
Got heart.
Was ridiculous. Yeah, he got heart, man. He could jump that ring and took a big chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I gotta say, man, we want to thank you, man, for you coming on, man, and giving us this interview. Believe it or not, you may only be 4-0, but man, you're huge in your own right. I see you as being champ. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it, man.
And we hope to have you on here soon.
Yeah, definitely, man.
On the next one. Keep us posted, man, all day. On your next fight, you know what I'm saying? We looked and like I say, I'm gonna validate you something special, man. That straight right is nasty. His bike service jumped out.
Well, yeah, I love talking to up and coming fighters like him. I love that, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it is. I told you service jumped out.
My fault, guys.
Oh, good. No, like just saying, I'm validated, man. You're gonna be champ, bro. Soon. Not one day. Soon, bro.
I appreciate that a lot, man. Really.
That right hand stands out. It's nasty. You shoot it like a shotgun, man. Bro. It's nasty.
See, I love talking to up and coming fighters like yourself because, you know, a lot of times you guys don't get the proper respect or the exposure that you guys should. And I just love it because you guys have something to offer to this sport as well. And people should need to start paying attention to y'all.
Yeah, you know, all in due time, you feel me? Because, like, pretty soon, boxing is getting real big again. Everybody's trying to tune in and stuff like that. Everybody's going to start looking at the up-and-coming fighters, you know? Because it's way liver than about 10 years ago. You know what I mean? 10 years ago, boxing was kind of dead, you know?
It was.
Right.
But, yeah, it's getting better and better. Pretty soon it's going to be like the NBA.
I pray it does, man. But like I said, man, keep us in mind. GMT Boxing in the Red Corner Boxing with Polo J, man. Hope we get an interview before your next fight. We'll keep it pushing. All right, man. You be easy.
You too, man. See you guys, all right?
All right, stay blessed, man.
Stay blessed. See you.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was dope.
Dope interview, y'all, man. I told y'all we're going to keep bringing the latest and the greatest over this way to GMT Boxing and in the Red Corner with Polo J. We're going to let y'all go because we got to head over to the live coverage to the weigh-in. So stay tuned. All right?
Yep.
One. Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? This your boy Slick 50 back with another episode of the Judges Table with my partner.
This is Polo J within the Red Corner Boxing. Today we got something special for you guys. We're going to be discussing all the latest news and the hottest topics in this world we call boxing. So just stay tuned, buckle in, and if you got something smart to say, come up here and say it.
Yes, sir. That's what it's for, man. It's more than 2 seats at the table, always. You know what I'm saying? We got to ask. One at a, well, maybe 2 at a time, depending. But hit that like button. Make sure you share this. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button on both respective channels that you see. And if you have a topic that you would like, and if you have a topic that you would like for us to talk about, right up under our names, you see our Instagram handles. Don't hesitate to go over there and follow. And if you see a topic or want to make a comment, hit us in the DM. The topic might make topic of the week, bro. Topic of the week. You'll see it at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So, where you want to start at on this one?
Let's talk about the unfortunate events of a duck, a fighter, and a contract. Let's talk Tio. Let's talk Tio.
Mr. We don't know if he fly by night, but it so look like he flying by day.
That's why I said a curious case of a duck, a fighter, and a contract, because Kambosos wants to fight. Kambosos really wants to fight. And I feel bad for that man in this situation.
Right.
But
Right.
Tio, first it was COVID. If he had that, God bless him. I hope that he has a speedy recovery from that, and I hope that he doesn't have any long-term effects.
Right.
But now the arm thing. What's going on, Tio? What's going on?
Right. We get a picture of him in bed, looking sick. I can't remember if it was a hospital bed or not. But then we get a picture of a broken look. It didn't say broken arm, but he got a sling on.
Either
What is it? Then they're saying he's vacationing.
You vacationing with a sling on. I mean, you need to stop vacationing where you going then.
Right, for real. Like, which one is it? And if I'm Kambosos, I'm hot. I'm like, hold on, you gonna delay the fight? I'm seeing quote unquote allegedly photos of you out of town. Then you got COVID. Then you might got a broken arm with COVID. And you out of town with all this. Man, what is really going on?
Well, let's talk about the tricky business of boxing. How long will it take before the contract between Kambosos and Tio is just null and void?
I don't think it is. I honestly don't think. I think this is mandatory. I don't think this was just a main fight. I believe it's a mandatory. So as long as that man keep calling out, if that man chooses to back off, I think it will take him to fight someone else. And then he could pop out and say, "Oh well, he finna fight somebody. I ain't finna wait. I'm finna," you know what I'm saying?
It seems like he's, because you got to remember, this fight has been delayed since when? Since March, February, something like that. So
It's been a little minute. No, well, now they talking about August. Now they talking about August 14th, somewhere out. Somewhere in August.
That day has been canceled.
Right.
So it's like
It's been about 2 months. Or it was supposed to happen in June. What supposed to happen in June? Man, I'm telling you, I done lost track of this.
I done lost so
This old man too, because it was supposed to jump off and it was derailed. And then it was kind of crazy because right before it derailed, the news was that he got a new contract with Top Rank after he talked so much smack about Bob. And then this happened. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'll be honest with you guys. I didn't keep up with the dates. I just know that they're trying to make the fight happen now in August. I could have sworn it was in June they were supposed to fight though.
It was originally supposed to take place in March because that's when Mike Tyson was supposed to be fighting again.
Oh yeah, on Triller.
Yeah,
See, I forgot about that. Now it's supposed to be on Fight TV. I don't know. Who knows? That's right, because that's right. I forgot about the purse bid. They got outbidded. Then that fell through. See, there's so much stuff going on with Tio. Man, it's just best to go ahead and get this fight over with, man. This fight is full of so much bad juju. It's going from one thing to another thing to another thing to another thing. Clean house with Kambosos. And maybe we will see actually a Vasily Lomachenko too. That's another thing. This man's father gets on television. I want to know the inside though. I want to know did his father talk to that man first, and before he got on TV and got the pounding. You know what I'm saying? What they call my boy that be doing this stuff? Gold tanks. That's what that's what they looked at like up there after the fight. Talking about, yeah, we can make it happen for December.
See, that's why I'm in the mindset of Tio, don't do this fight. Yes, you've had this man waiting for a very long time. Yes, this is all true. But would it be worth it for something strange to happen? Because this is boxing. Strange things do happen. Nobody expected Tio to beat Loma for real. What if Kambosos is the one to beat Tio? That's going to throw a monkey wrench into the whole mix.
So my whole thing is this: if my man been down, like let's be realistic. We up here joking, having fun with this, right? But let's be realistic. If I'm down with COVID, right, And I've been down this whole time, sick, hurting, and everything. And then something wrong with my arm now. Right?
Shit.
This is July. Right?
Mm-hmm.
June, July, August. Where has he been training?
Mm.
So will this fight actually take place in August like they thought they
Well,
came supposed to
hold on.
play?
I can't agree with you on that one because
Well, he's been down. He's been down not since March, but I mean, what, at least the last month, right?
yeah, but even then, even with that, I follow him on Instagram. I've seen relatively new videos, of him training and everything else. It's just with everything else going on behind the scenes with him, it's like he keeps just getting pulled out of the gym. Some of it might be by design, and then some of it might just be by happenstance.
Right,
I don't know.
right.
I don't know. I
Right.
can't speak for that. But it just seems kind of fishy. It seems like he regrets signing the contract for this fight. And now he wants the bigger payday.
No, most definitely, man. No, I get that. I don't know, but because like I say, that's one side. But what if, like I said, we seen one dude came in with COVID, and he lost. He went out terrible. His legs was not there.
Oh, you talking about Povetkin?
Yeah,
that fight should have never happened.
exactly. He didn't have a chance.
You see, he's retired since then.
Exactly. He didn't have a chance. He didn't even have a chance, which was crazy.
Yes.
And like I said, he just felt like, he didn't want to push the date nothing, but I felt Povetkin on that, we're not going to push you back. And they said, but he was cleared to fight. He didn't have it. But the point is, the what you call it, after effects of it is what I'm concerned about. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if that's there, what chance does he have against a Vasily Lomachenko? Because I'm going to tell you, watching the Vasily fight, I saw, like, everybody's like, oh, make sure it's reloaded. Like, they coming on all this stuff. But I saw that, and I didn't see a full Matrix Reloaded. What I saw was a glimpse that he didn't have to really use all of it. Like, he still was doing the hold and then turn, and then, wow, hit you with that right, you know what I'm saying? And, I saw the little tricks. I saw some tricks that he used to do, but he didn't have to lay it on old boy like that. It was just like Nakatani was easy pickings. You know what I'm saying? So
to me, it seemed like he was holding back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was like he knew he didn't have to use everything. Mm-hmm. He knew that he was a smaller fighter. I get inside, I'm gonna hit him, shoot him with a right or jab on you, and then I'm gonna grab him. Then I'm gonna loosely turn. For people to understand, like, I like watching certain fighters have special abilities that they create for themselves. Okay. One thing that I've always loved about Vasily Lomachenko, that he, instead of just throwing punches, he utilized every punch he throws. So therefore, if you're blocking, he's using one punch to knock your guard down to serve you with another punch, right? When he hugs, even when he's holding, it even has a purpose. He will make you think, I'm gonna hug you like this, and he's really just touching you, and he turns. Your body is still facing this way, that way, rather, and I'm turning to your side. And by the time you realize I done got to your ear, my whole body, I'm like this, bam. You see what I'm saying? I love seeing things like that. That's something he created for himself. You don't see other fighters do things like that.
Well, and along with that fight, let's give Nakatani some credit too, because to have a face like he had, a hard face, that takes a special talent too. Let's just give him some credit, for standing as long as he did.
We're not calling him garbage. They just show the level of opposition, and this is what I was leading to, going back to Teofimo, right? Teofimo went all 12 with him.
Yeah,
with Nakatani. All right, all 12. Vasily dominated.
Back when we were, doing a pre-fight analysis, I said that would play a major factor in this fight. Is Loma going to do better than Tio did against the same competition? And he did.
Yeah.
But the difference is, Tio has beaten both of them.
He beat both of them, but the thing is, what makes this looks crazy is maybe it really was something wrong with Loma's shoulder.
Conspiracies.
He went there and got the dude out of there that you couldn't get out of there.
Look, hold on. No.
You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. It's just I disagree until I see it.
Yeah. And that's why there's a big old if right in front of it, the if sticker on the sentence. You know what I'm saying? But it just makes it look like, okay, maybe it's maybe. But a maybe is a maybe. If was a fifth, we all be drunk. But it ain't. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but until you release a X-ray, CAT scan, anything like that of messed up shoulder, that's all fluff.
Yeah, but he was in the bed with us. He was in bed. He had not sling, but the shoulder was bandaged up or something like that. I don't know. Bye, quickly. How you doing? And if you have any questions coming towards the end of the show, make sure y'all say it in the comments. But no, I'm just saying the things that I know that people will be thinking, because when he got dude out there, I'm not gonna lie, my mind was like, whoa, maybe he was hurt. You get what I'm saying? Even though I'm like you, like, man, that's a stretch, but okay. You know what I'm saying? So does it begs the part two? Was that good enough? It's almost what Manny Pacquiao was doing. If you remember when Manny Pacquiao was chasing Mayweather, he was beating everybody up that Mayweather fought in a faster fashion. Remember, late rounds, Mayweather got Ricky Hatton out of there. Remember, in the corner, sidestep, pow, knocked him out. Pacquiao came, knocked him out. I thought he killed that man. The way Ricky Hatton fell on his face. It was in the middle of the ring. What was it, like third or fourth round, something like that? Mm-hmm. And that man fell on his face. I thought that man died. I said, oh my God. And he was like on his tirade of whooping people that Mayweather fought. You know what I'm saying? And beating them in a faster fashion to force that fight. You get what I'm saying? So I'm asking, like, maybe this is one of the same things where Vasily knew, I got to come in here, I got to make this dude quick because I want my part two. Because he did say after the fight, it ain't about the money, but I want my part two. I want to. You know, he can't really speak English like that. So he wanted his second fight. He wanted back. So I think it'll be a good fight. But the way stuff look, just to get back to the original question, will it be able to take place in December?
The dark cloud hanging over that fight even happening is Kambosos. What is he going to do? What is he going to do? Because he owes no loyalty to anybody in this situation.
I'm fighting. I
want my fight. Forget Lomachenko at this point. I want my chance at the titles. I want my chance because if I'm him, I believe I can beat him. I'm gonna put that out there on social media. Look at this dude. He's ducking me. He's saying that he got this. He's saying that he's dealing with this, all in the hopes of not fighting me. Is he scared?
Right.
Are you a baby back B? Come on now. What's going on? Are you being a kitty cat right now? What's going on? I'm trying not to curse.
Right. I hear you.
But come on now, what's going on, T.O.? What's going on?
Facts. Let's get that. I think if I'm Kambosos, I'm banging. I'm not letting that fight go. You can call me after a while. They can say, oh, he's blocking this big fight. This fight can happen. Yep. So what? He should have been fought me. And I ain't letting it go because now at the moment, now they announcing they being disrespectful looking past Kambosos, right? Most people didn't think Kambosos could beat Teofimo anyways, though. This ain't going to do to motivate me to train even harder because now I see the opportunity beckons. Oh, so you think you could look past me and fight Fortuna? I mean, I'm going to read the comments. I'm sorry, not Fortuna. You think you could look past me and fight the Matrix? Oh, no. I'm finna beat you and I'm finna fight the Matrix. You don't show mine. You call me a blocker all you want. I'm not blocking. You should have been fought me, bro. Because I'm not finna fight nobody. For real, if I was Kambosos, nope. or you gonna pay me some step aside money,
I need
and it's gonna be a lot.
I need
It's gonna be
10.
a lot.
I need 10.
I'm calling it right.
I need 10 off top. 10.
You gonna give me some money.
I might settle
And
for
it's gonna be big
8.5,
money.
but I need 10. I might.
And that's if I'm bored of the idea of the fight.
Mm-hmm. But
That's
here's the
if
thing.
I'm bored of the idea.
If that's, you know what? Big brain moment. Cambosis, do that. Have your team write up a contract. You get the winner between Loma and Tio. But
That'll
you
be the
put
only
in there-
way.
But you do this. You put in there. You put in that contract. You want the unification bout. You just want the unification bout. And you got to have at least 8.5 to step aside. 8.5. If they can't muster that up, raise all hell. Go to every top rank event. Get up there on that mic and call that man, you know what.
For real. A bunch of boop, 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 boop. That's what needs to be
You
said.
start talking your stuff, man. You make him want to fight you. That's what you do.
I promise you. I promise you. All right, man. We're gonna go to the next subject. Before we go to the next subject, I'm gonna pick one of these questions. Combined Quickly show got a lot of questions, and we dig those questions. I'm gonna pick one. Or can you pick one? Does it let you pick one on your side?
Let's see. Let's see. What would I want to tell you? How would a Tank versus Haney fight go, in y'all opinion?
All right, let's go. Let's put up my quickly. You officially got the first question of the show. How would a Tank versus Haney fight go in y'all opinion? First off, how tall is Devin Haney? 5.
Oh my God, about 5'8", 5'9". Let me look up real quick.
5'8", 5'9".
Let me look.
Look that up real quick.
I need to know that. That's my guy. 5'9".
5'9", and whatchamacallit is like what, 5'3"? And I ain't being funny. 5'9" and 5 what? 5 Tank is what?
But they have him listed as 5'5". But
What's a 4-inch reach? That ain't too much. But I think we ain't gonna do that. But anyway, look.
this is a tricky
I
one.
feel like if Haney don't make the mistakes that old boy do, he can get Tank a long night. But I will tell you this: mistakes are very marginal. This will have to be a perfect fight. At this moment of Tank coming off a fight like this, his confidence is at the all-time high.
This is not the time to fight him.
Yeah, it's at the all-time high, and he gonna feel like he can walk through it, just like he would take chances walking through fight Barrios, hitting him with that left. Because in the beginning of the fight, that left was key. And another thing that Tank showed us, like I said, since we've been watching him, he came back. He's been improving. His ring IQ is impeccable. Like, he figured that out within 2 rounds. That boy kept dropping his right hand to land that left. He figured that out really quick. And to find that, to be able to have something to go off on is huge. But for the Haney side, don't take that from Haney. Haney go hard. Haney got a chin. He's proven that. Whether people want to say, oh, his chin is questionable. The boy took 5 of those same shots, and one of those shots laid out Lomachenko. So we ain't trying to hear that. But and he got the speed too to baffle a Tank.
Yeah.
He just whipped the game plan. Tank game plan is always to get you out of there. I think Haney needs to understand, because what I saw, he wanted to knock dude out, Linares. He kept taking chances. He needs to understand that he's a boxer first.
Well, here's the thing. There's a difference between the goose and the gander. There's a big difference. I just truly believe that everything that you've seen from Barrios, you would not see from Devin Haney. Because here's the thing. Devin Haney will turn you. Devin
Oh
Haney,
yeah,
he
yeah.
has slicker feet movement than Barrios, and that's one thing that I gave Barrios credit for was his foot movement. But Devin Haney has better foot movement. And here's the
I
thing:
think so. Let's say against a Tank. I think he had better feel against a Tank. I do.
and something else. I love Virgil Hunter, but I think that Devin Haney has a better corner, and he listens to his corner.
Yeah, the fact that I was just saying the fact that he listens to
his corner. You know, these talks and these rumblings have been coming up for months now, probably over a year by now, between a Devin Haney and a Tank. The question, here's the real question. Will Ellerbe let Tank fight Haney?
If the money right, you already know Ellery about that money. So if the money right, it'll happen regardless. You know, so will it happen next? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to make a big marquee fight like that next, right after coming off a big fight. There's other money to get out there. You know, that's why you get the big check. You take the smaller checks with your big check still to get to that bigger check. That's a huge fight, believe it or not. Tank versus Haney, because look, Haney is already looking at being one of the most avoided, right? Your boy Ryan Garcia, I got mental problems. I'm not fighting Haney, right? He was supposed to fight Haney next, right? Haney was willing to take on 2 mandatories, which was what? Fortuna, and I forgot the other cat. Somehow Devin Haney ended up with 2 mandatories somehow, and he was game. So this is a big fight that you could market. Then you got the Tank that can now, and he didn't show the world, hey, that right there.
No. I don't buy that. I don't buy that.
What are you talking about? What, for his marketing this fight?
For this?
No, I said marketing. Think about it. The Tank that can, the Tank that could, and then he here now. I'm talking about how you will market this.
Mm-hmm.
You could make this a big old fight, bro. You could make this a big old fight, bro. But I'm saying is, the way it would go, I see Tank. If he was to win, it definitely had to be later rounds. Haney to get the knockout at any time, but it's just gonna be based off his boxing ability. That's the way I see it going. Me taking the winner at this moment, no. Haney's still growing into his manpower.
Yeah,
and he got some pop. You know what I'm saying?
I want to see at least 2 more fights before those 2 get into the ring together.
I definitely want to see Haney take a couple more fights before that even happens. You know, because Tank is in his prime. Tank got his manpower already.
But the thing is, Devin Haney has proven that he can take a hard shot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I was like, Devin already got popped. So I want to see what type of pop when he get this prime and be 100% whole ready for this. No excuses. No, none of that where people say, well, you know, Devin Haney was only low. You get what I'm saying? Now, I don't want that. But that Tank versus Haney is your brawler versus boxer. If anything, that last fight, the Norris fight taught Haney, hey, I am a boxer. That knockout will come. Because Lenoris felt this power a couple times in that fight. I try to tell everybody, you ain't seen the fight until you seen it twice.
Well, with all that, let's go into the next topic that has something to do with this. And it was the disappointment of Mario Barrios. Very disappointing. Very disappointing in his performance that he put on. Because the man has showed requisite skills against everybody else. And if you look at his tape is good. He has good tape. Was it intimidation from the man or was it intimidation from the bank account? Let's talk about it.
I wonder was intimidation just from the whole get-go. The money was large, but at the same time, I just wonder was it intimidation? What was his mindset? Because it's like you let the man come out last. This is your division. He came out like as if he was already champion of your division. And you was the champ, like you was the opposition. He was the opposition. He was knocking on your door at 140. He should not have been A-side. He should not have been none of that at all. To me, that all plays a mental. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. Like, okay, in fight negotiations, each person has something that they require. We understand that. But the A side, the champion, he has the most out of all of that. There is no way in heck that I am going to let a challenger come out after me. There is no way I'm going to let a challenger be introduced after me. There is no way in heck that I am going to give the challenger the champion's advantage. You going to let the challenger be in the red corner? Seriously?
Right.
Seriously? That's where champions reside. That's where the A side resides. The red corner. That's why I got the name. In the red corner. Champions reside here. Barrios, you mind freak yourself. You did it for yourself. And I'm disappointed in you, brother. I really am. Mr. Azteca, you need to get your stuff together. And if I was you, I would want a rematch. I'll be raising holy hell for a rematch because I would feel as if I got played.
I feel like he respect, and also just a whole round of respect. Like I said, either was intimidation or just he respected him too much out the gate, man. Too much out the gate. Kept dropping his hands. He wouldn't go in when he rocked him. Like I said, he had rocked him. Tank ran straight to the ropes. He didn't jump on him at all. So right there told me that he respected Tank's power too much. And the thing is, all through the fight, he was doing stuff like that. So it was before, somewhere before the fight, psychologically, he psyched himself that he didn't want to get done like I always forget his name. The one Tank knocked out before
Leo Santa Cruz.
Thank you, Leo. I apologize, bro. I don't know why I always forget his name when I'm talking about him, but like I think he psyched himself out saying, "I don't want to get done like that."
Well, boxing is about taking calculated risk.
Right.
So sometimes you might have to jump in there and get monkey in the pocket with somebody like that to get them to respect your power at the same time. That's what I would have done. Sometimes with a fighter like Tank, the only thing he respects is power. A fighter like him, he only respects power. So with him, I would have to have got dirty. I would have got dirty.
I would have took all chances. You know how many punches in an arsenal you give Tank? He could have came with all types of shots. You want to run in and serve this straight right to you. Let me serve this left hook to you. Let
and
me
the
serve
straight right was there all night.
The straight, thank you. That's why it was the first time I'm out. He wasn't taking them. You know, you wanted to get this bow. You know what I'm saying? Since you trying to time me when I drop my left, let me sucker you one time. Let me let you think I dropped this left and bow and give it to you. You know, it was so much he could have done different, but he did everything the same over and over and over each round. And you know, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results is definition of crazy. So I mean, like, he had to be out of his mind to think that was going to produce, because I didn't see nothing different any round that he was doing other than nothing. You know, he kept respecting that man power, but I don't take nothing from Barrios. I don't know if the money, because they said it was the biggest payday. I don't know the numbers. The money could have psyched him out. Psychologically could have psyched himself out. You know, Virgil Hunter, Hall of Fame trainer. I don't want to take nothing from him, but he even said that, hey, Tank was just on another level. So we don't know which way to look, but it just doesn't sound like a confident, like they had a confident camp.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
And so, Rob, you're right. We apologize. Now, Heyman let Tank fight Heyman. That's just a quick correction.
Yeah.
Because LB don't do nothing. LB just promote.
Okay. That's all fine and dandy. You know, in this world and in the boxing world, controversy sells.
That's a fact.
YouTube, controversy sells. It gets the views.
Right.
So with the boxing world, as far as controversy always selling, let's talk about the latest controversy with Earl, Pacquiao, and these different talent agencies, or whatever they want to be called.
Management, talent agency, whatever. But my whole thing is on it, though. I want to put this out there first. a lot of people explain this situation entirely the wrong way. All right. I don't know if it's on purpose or they're just jumping the gun and not having to wait to have the entire information. That's why you haven't seen me or Polo even do a story on it. You gotta have it all. You know what I mean? You can't just have an if and then run with it. You know, because then you end up backpedaling. You know what I mean? And I don't like the backpedal. You know what I mean? I do like getting news out there to y'all. You know, as long as I get the okay, especially if it's early and I know it's from a reliable source, which is one source, only one source I really trust. You know what I'm saying? If I get the okay, I'll put it out there. But this, we heard about this actually. What was it? 2 days prior
To it even
to
coming
they put it out.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know about this. We always talk about like, I don't know about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't sound right, but it ended up being true. But everything's misleading because it's very vague.
It's a half truth. It's a half
Yeah,
truth.
it's a half truth. There you go.
So in my opinion, it's a half truth. It's a whole lie.
Right. So what's going on is the management company that was managing Conor McGregor, you know, whatever the case may be, which is their biggest name, was trying to make a match with Manny Pacquiao. All right. And was supposed to go down until Conor McGregor lost his fight. All right. At that moment, Manny said, well, I can't go make no pay-per-view fight no loser, so to speak. Right. So that's when y'all heard the name of Ryan Garcia popped out. Hey, Ryan came on TV. Oh, we're going to fight Pacquiao. Y'all remember that? Then that fell through. And then that's when you heard the name. Who was that? He had a list. He had a list of 3. Earl Spence. Ryan. He kept Ryan in the mix, and it was somebody else. Who was it?
It was Mikey Garcia and Terrence Crawford.
Right. Then Terrence dropped off, and they replaced his name. Remember, it was like this big jumble. It was like a lottery. Who's he going to fight next?
It was like a scramble just to see who gets the chance to fight Manny Pacquiao, like they're amateurs or something like that. Like it's a prize for them just to be in the ring in his presence or something like that. I thought that was bullcrap.
Right. So at the end of the day, so people like this. So then somewhere along the line, they acquired Mikey Garcia. They were trying to make this since that Conor McGregor fight didn't work out. They wanted to make the Mikey Garcia and Manny Pacquiao fight go at it, right? Which is true. They were in negotiations. Shout out to Snow Queen. One of her interviews, I think it's over a year ago. Look for it. They're sitting on the couch. She asked the man, and it's on video, are y'all in negotiations? Mike Garcia replied, yes, they have sent over like 2 different contracts. The money's not right, and I haven't signed anything. Now, that was over a year ago, right? So then they moved on from that. Wasn't no more Mikey Garcia. And that was a year ago. Then all of a sudden they brought Mikey Garcia's name back out. Mikey Garcia is on tape, I believe, on one of these outlets. I don't want to get their names mixed up, but Mikey is saying, oh, I am fighting him. I ain't know. I'm finding out just like y'all. I didn't know I was fighting Pacquiao because he had never signed anything. Now, this management company is trying to say that by Pacquiao leaving them, he messed up that fight. So they want $3-point-something million. All right. When in fact, they don't have a leg to stand on, as Polo J says. They never inked the contract. He didn't walk away from a contract. Conor McGregor came off of a loss. And also, this is just a company trying to gain notoriety, right? And somewhere along I'm missing something because I remember Pacquiao sending an injunction for using his name or something like that. Like, don't be using my name like that or something. So Manny Pacquiao has responded and said this is nothing. Everybody's why you don't hear nobody making a big deal out of it because, first off, a company is not finna tell the world first. Right? That's like me being a small company and Polo J is a big company and I felt Polo J wronged me, but don't nobody know about me. So what I do is I go tell ESPN first. Right? Now he's learned from you. Then I send a letter over there from my lawyer. That's not how that works.
No.
That's not how that works. So you like I said, and even in their words, we're a company that has the likes of Conor McGregor. Like Conor McGregor is their biggest name. But they're mad because Mikey Garcia left because they couldn't make the Pacquiao fight. Obviously, you had promised Mikey Garcia in order for him to sign that you would get him the Pacquiao fight, and it didn't happen because why would Mikey Garcia leave if he was happy?
But that's the thing. They're not even a promoter. They're just a
management
company, just like a talent agency almost.
Right.
So
they don't make right.
This is no disrespect to them. They're
right.
making money. So
right. Yeah. This is the company sort of. Well, I can't compare the two because Triller was an entertainment app, and they're trying to broaden their horizons. This is the same thing. It's a management company with the expectations to becoming a promotion.
Yeah. So
that's what it feels like. Excuse me. That's what it feels like. You want to be a promotion company, and you try to promote fights when you're just a management company. That's the truth. That's the guy's honest truth. Now, of course, all these other outlets are saying this. Oh, Pacquiao done messed up. He was into these people, and it's not. That's not true. That's not true.
There's a lot of misinformation being shared over these platforms with this topic, and I'm one that I'm vehemently against all this news. People should be doing their due diligence first before even speaking.
Right? Do your research.
You know, and I don't know why they are speaking on this. They're quoting places like the Associated Press and things of this nature when the Associated Press has had to recant several statements before in the past over topics such as this. So,
or some just don't recant it and just keep it pushing.
Keep it pushing and just don't even say anything. Don't even put out an apology or nothing like that. They just act like it never happened. But over here in GMT Boxing and in the Red Corner Boxing, we will never give you false information on purpose.
Well, there you go. There you go. Because sometimes something can be true. What the thing about boxing, some things can be true for 2 days, and then they'll turn into a lie on you because they didn't went left when they was going right. You get what I'm saying? So, but we will clean it up. We're not gonna just let it ride and then jump on. That's not gonna be us. You know what I'm saying?
Look at our track record. Just look at our track records. We're the ones who first broke you the news that, you know, Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua was not going to happen.
Right.
Months before it was a
wrap. Right. It was a wrap.
We the ones that broke you the news about, you know, Sean Porter training with Manny Pacquiao.
Right.
We're the ones that brought you that news, man. We brought you interviews with Johnny Tucker. We've brought you interviews with the Church from the Devin Haney camp. We got Bob Arum telling you how it is. You know, look at our track record. It speaks for itself.
Right, and this ain't no glorifying thing or nothing like that. We just saying that over this way, we just want to be and remain truthful. That's how we want to keep y'all. And you know what I'm saying? I believe we want our stuff not only to be natural. If you like us for us, bro. You know, so hit that sub button if you like us. If you don't, cool. We cool with that. But I'm not willing to lie to gain subscribers. I'm not willing to lie to gain notoriety. I'm just not. We trying to make this show big as possible. This is a legit show right here. You know, whatever, and you gotta have that mindset. So anybody who's trying to do the same or anything similar, that's how your mindset gotta be. This ain't YouTube. This ain't just a lie. This is a show. The Judges Table is our legit show. We like talking topics. We like picking y'all questions. You know what I mean? And so forth. But we're not gonna harp on that too much longer or whatever. But like, we're gonna pick one more question. Brian Queequeg been in here blowing them questions up. And I'm going to pick one this time.
Go ahead.
We did that one. Dang, well, I was going to pick the same thing. I'm going to answer this one off the bat. Is Nakatani a low-tier fighter and overhyped? No. He just met the right opposition that night. He can clean up his act. It's just that opposition got him. What else? Does Manny Pacquiao have a chance? There we go. Let's do that one. That goes into our next segue anyway. Does Manny Pacquiao have a chance against Earl Spence? Shout out to Brian Queequeg for the question.
Yes.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
The speed, the only thing, I'm going to be real with you. The only thing is he's going to run out of gas past 6. He was slowing down with the Thurman fight, but his speed didn't stop. See, the thing is about slowing down is about the bouncing. That slowed down a little bit, but that speed didn't slow down. So his power's still there. So yes, he has a good chance. And if anybody was able to test Earl's chin, it would be a Manny Pacquiao, bro.
See, I'm in a different nature with that.
If not Terrence. You know what I'm saying?
I'm in a different nature with that question because I would have to ask, what chance does Earl have to beat Pacquiao? What is Earl doing differently to beat Pacquiao? Who is he training with? What skills is he improving on? You don't hear nothing. You don't see anything. You just see him walking out sweaty or anything like that. That's it.
Well, I found out he don't start sparring today, like next week.
He don't start sparring until next week. But are you?
Yeah, you know, we'll find the news out about who we sparring with and all of that.
Okay, sparring, fine. What kind of work are you putting in? What kind of work are you putting in? I know he has a
secret.
That's bull crap, man. That's bull crap.
He keeping it secret.
That's bull
That's
crap.
what it seems like, man. But if he is, that tells the respect level he has.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. A lot of people are making this issue. Like first it went from Pacquiao's old. I gotta do this. But what people ain't paying attention to this. I'm making long so short. I be dragging stuff out. Look, when you ask people on YouTube, right, the stars, you be watching all the outlets. They say, "Who you got? Do you got Manny or do you got Earl Spence?" They be like, "Well, Manny got the speed. You know, he's up in age, but he still got it." But Earl is the naturally bigger fighter and younger. Now, that's what they picked, Earl, right? But they didn't say Earl has the most talent, Earl has the skills, they didn't say none of that. They said, I'm going to go with the younger fighter and a naturally bigger fighter. Being bigger is not a skill.
No.
You just saw that with Tank and Old Boy. That's not being a skill. All right. And being younger definitely is not a skill. But nobody has yet say, well, Earl good at this and Earl could do this. And nobody. But when they start off talking about Pacquiao, they say, well, we know Pacquiao got those skills. He may be old. He still got pop. He still got power. But when they get to Earl, all them say the same thing. He's the younger and bigger fighter. So I got to go with the younger, bigger fighter. So that tells you right there, just I don't want to say, but people are being nice about the situation. All right? See, people got to learn to read between lines. Pacquiao, hey, let me tell you something. Earl can't go 12. He can't go 12. He better not go 12, Manny Pacquiao. Because one thing Pacquiao do that he showed you over and over. Go look at the Keith Thurman fight. He might have took one round off, but then he got stronger as the fight went on. Thurman couldn't stand up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. So, yes, to answer your question, Manny Pacquiao. Now, if Earl can have his way, when Manny Pacquiao, when he tries to slow up a little bit, because like I say, good boxers have superpowers. They develop these skills that nobody does. If y'all think I'm lying, go watch an Earl Spence fight, okay? Now, he does these to people who kind of generally, they don't bounce around and move much, but it's very effective. And the ref never catches it. But I just slowed tape down, man. I'm like, what the heck is that? But he does it over and over again. Now, Earl has a habit of shooting that jab, right? He shoot. Everybody say, oh, he got a nice jab, he got a nice jab. It looked very nice, but the jab don't be a jab, bro. Look, the jab shoots up. It always shoots up over their head. It's like he miss it, right? And you be like, dang, dog, what is he doing? He shoots it, boom, cuffs, and bring your head to him. If you think I'm lying, go look. And see, these fighters, these Mayweather, what you call Mayweather babies, see, Mayweather, he learned the rules that from elbow to wrist is illegal, but from fist to here to forearm is legal. So he will put his hand under your chin. That's legal. These other fighters figuring ways out too, like Loma. He go just like that. Look, they do just like this. I swear, watch, he go whoop, jab, and they go over your head on purpose, bring your head down, whoop. Here come that left uppercut. Wow. He do it all the time to everybody. Also, another thing that I noticed that he does, I call it square dancing, right? My boy from the country, so I'm gonna call square dancing. He likes getting under, you know why? He be doing this. If you notice, the shoulders always rolling when he in the inside. You're never finna get nothing definite off of him, right? So if you shoot, he can kind of do this. You know what he doing? He'll try to hit you in the body, he can hit you in the body. Guess what he do? one of his arms always seems to go around the other person's arm. And you know how you square dance, they go around that circle.
Always
That's like he does that. But what I'm saying is he hooks your arm and then he turns, but you can't turn with him. You know why? Because he got your arm. You hooked up. You know how in square dancing, one person going this way, the other person turning this way. That's how it look. And as soon as you hook, he be like, "Bye, I'll get to you in the kidney." Every time. Now, if he could slow down, now if he can catch a Pacquiao with them type of tricks, oh, he got a very good chance. He got a very good. But the thing is, when you dealing with a guy that got springs in his feet, and all he does is doink, 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 doink. He everywhere like this.
He moves like the noise.
I don't know how he's gonna catch that.
All over the place. But the thing, if I was Earl, what would I do? You know, it would be cliche to say attack the body because
He's gonna have to.
you have to get close to him in order to do that.
Yeah.
And I just don't. You know, I would like for Earl to win because he's an American fighter. I would. I really would.
I would like to see you give birth to the confidence of, all right, bring Terrence Crawford on. I ain't gonna stunt because it's gonna make me mad because if they lose, I don't see the Terrence Crawford fight being promoted no more. You know what I'm saying?
No, hold on, whoa. I do.
I
I
don't.
see it being promoted in a bigger way. In a bigger way. Because if Pacquiao wins, let's just put it up. This is probably going to be, or it is Manny Pacquiao's last fight.
Yeah.
It
Unless
is.
he get the urge, but yeah, this is the money to get his, campaign going.
Championship scramble. You can have a bout for at least, one or two belts between.
Oh, that'll be in that aspect. I get what you're saying. I forgot about that because if he retired, they got to get rid of all those
Because
belts.
here's the thing. Terrence still has a belt.
Yeah. But
Regardless.
it wouldn't be a mega fight though.
It was still, I believe it would still be a mega fight because people have been salivating for this fight for at least 2 years now.
No, I'm saying right away. Like for instance, people just going to wait by year long because they gonna make Earl fight somebody for a belt. They're not gonna. You get what I'm saying? Or it may just go back to Earl. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, but I do see some way. Like I said, the body is a cliche, but he gonna take. Pacquiao has he does get on them ropes, and he has to take full advantage of it and not let him off the ropes.
But
Which he's good at. When he see you run, he'll put his hand on the rope like this, like where you going? So, but those are gonna be few and in between. You know what I'm saying? Few in between options, chances. I mean, so
Pac never does anything without a purpose to it. If you look at the Cotto fight, he got against the ropes and all that stuff on purpose.
yeah. Well, sometimes he just stood there. He wasn't even on the ropes. He just wanted to show. See, one thing about, and I think when he did that, and I know a lot of people say that Earl hits harder than Cotto, but there's two different times. Back then, Cotto was the gut puncher besides Carlos Balderman. Okay, so at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? That's why we use him as one. If you go back, there was a time where in the match where Manny put his gloves up like this and just stayed like this, and he was just standing and was doing this at come here. And Cotto hit him in the ribs. And he let him take off in the ribs like 4 or 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
But then in the midst of that fourth punch, he stole on Cotto like 3 or 4 times, made Cotto back up.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a psychological thing to let you know that I done trained for your gut punches. You're not finna get me out of here.
And
You know
that's
what I'm saying with that. So that's why I'm saying that we could very so be seeing that same thing as well. You know, coming out with a mental state. You know what I'm saying? I do agree. People, don't get me wrong. Earl has nice speed, but his speed is a regular subtle speed. It's not.
it's average at best.
It's not. It's. Well, I got him a little better than average. It's just not on a level of a speed fighter like a Roy or a Manny Pacquiao or
Okay,
a Mayweather or
those
nothing
are
like that.
anomalies. Those are
He just
anomalies.
had to. Yeah.
That's
You
what
know.
I'm saying. That his speed is just average.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying because people want to say, "Well, Manny got speed," and I'm like, "Yeah, he got speed, but Earl got speed too." Well, no, there's two different. You know, Earl got a little more speed than most, but he's nowhere near as fast as a Manny Pacquiao. He's nowhere near. You understand what I'm saying? Like, say, the anomalies, like you say, some got it and just some don't. But he does have, to me, I don't want to call him average speed. He got more speed than the Shine Porter. I give him that. He has more speed than Shine Porter.
Well, well, hold on. There's a difference between being quick to the draw and having speed. Firing from the hip doesn't require speed. It requires quickness, quick twitch. That's what it requires. When you're firing a hook, it requires quickness, not speed.
Uh-huh.
Earl doesn't have the requisite speed as far as with his jabs and his straights and all that stuff. If that was the case, he would have put Porter away earlier.
What are you trying to say, man? Hold on real quick. Hey, why I got that up there? I don't know what to cover it up. I think it's gonna cover it up. So you saying he ain't got this?
No. That's speed. That's unnatural speed. He doesn't have that. What he has is quickness.
Right.
Difference. There is a difference. Pacquiao's all speed. That's speed.
He's a baller. That's what I'm saying. His feet, everything, the angles, everything he does, it's a constant. And it's weird because like if his hands, he's constantly moving. Everything's moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you ever been? I hate to use this in the show, but if you ever been drunk, like when you first time being drunk and everything was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Looking at Pacquiao, just, you know, like everything's moving. It's like, what do I focus on? So, you know, I commend him being in the ring that night, man. But like I said, Earl has tricks too. And I want to point that out because, like I say, people watch boxing, but we watch boxing over here. I'm telling you, good quality fighters have their tricks, bro. They have their tricks. Any sports athlete have their tricks, okay? But when it comes to boxing, they figure it out. Like I said, next time y'all watch Earl, look for them tricks I just told you about. The jab that go over the head, he pulled the head down, and all that. Check it out. And if he could catch a slow down Pacquiao with that and get the frustration with that, because maybe he don't know nothing about that, he may have a chance. But I think Earl biggest asset is being bigger and being a dog. So he gonna have to like walk through this stuff, and he gonna have to be up on him. He's not gonna win a distance fight. I'm gonna tell you, he's not. He's not.
As far as legacy, go
ahead, bro.
As far as legacy, I think this would put Manny. This would put him up there. This would put him up there, being 42, beating a world champion.
If this is what you're talking about, if Pacquiao could get the W, how great would it affect his career? He's the greatest of all time.
Oh, I didn't even see the question. I'm sorry.
Oh, for real? I thought this was what you was answering, bro.
No, I didn't even see the question.
I was trying to catch up with you. You wasn't even. My bad.
No, I don't even have my comments on. I got the full screen.
Oh, okay. Well, that's crazy though. You was talking about it. But this is basically what you was answering though. So.
Oh well, let me turn on for the comments. Let me see. Well, then that question was answered.
But no, if Pacquiao can get the W, how great would it affect his career? He'd be the GOAT. He would be the GOAT. I'm talking about past Mayweather. He took on a young dog, a young lion. All right? A young lion. And they ain't going to take all the belts. Ain't going to retire what? Undisputed? How many weight classes this man have been champion already? 8? Look at the paper. Go look at the paperwork, bro. He would be the GOAT, bro.
He would be the GOAT. He would.
If Pacquiao pulled this off, I bet you Mayweather come out of retirement and fight somebody.
But
he don't like being one up on.
I don't
right, Mike quickly. He said he already answered the question. But no, on everything though, on me, I gotta put him up on Mount Rushmore.
He's on Rushmore.
I need to order the Funko Pop.
Take off. Who would you take?
I'm finna get a Funko Pop. Oh, I know what I'm finna do. We'll talk about it. But anyway, it just hit me. I don't know why. But what was your question? You said
who would you take off of your Mount Rushmore
4, Manny Pacquiao.
Mayweather.
You have Mayweather on your Rushmore?
Yep. For the era. That he dominated the era. I can't take that away from him. Pretty Boy Floyd was going through everybody. Me and Floyd was going through everybody. It wasn't until late in his career he really started cherry pick. It wasn't until he got to Carlos Baldomir. Y'all want to know something about Carlos Baldomir? Let me tell you a quick story. Do you know he was supposed to fight Corey Spinks? They said the contract to fight Corey Spinks. They said, fuck that, we're not going to fight no Corey Spinks. Corey Spinks was champion. He wouldn't fight Corey Spinks. He went and fought Carlos Baldomir, a slower fighter. Just a fun fact. So when he got there, it was like, oh, it's time to pick fights that I could benefit from. You get what I'm saying? And that's where it all began. Now, am I saying that because Corey Spinks from St. Louis? No, I am not. No, I'm not. I'm just calling straight facts, though. And that's when he ended up fighting. He went up in weight. Corey Spinks went up in weight and fought. He went to 160 and fought Jermaine Taylor, and he lost by split decision to Jermaine Taylor. But they were supposed to fight at 155. No lie. MMA was supposed to fight at 155. It's okay, B, man. We up here, man, anytime, man.
Anytime.
Anytime. But if you got a question, we got what, 3 minutes?
Let's get into the comment section then. Let's get into it. Let's go hard in here. Let's see. Is Andrade the most avoided fighter at 168?
As of last week, yeah. Before that, no. Because nobody was thinking about Andrade.
You know how I feel about Andrade. You already know how. I'm not going to go as far as Canelo did to say that he's a terrible fighter. But he's a stepping stone fighter. I feel like.
Well, he can fight. He can fight. I think he can hang with the Charlos. I think he give them a good fight. But Canelo, I think Canelo takes him. I don't think he's ready for that. Like, Canelo's the money. Y'all got to remember. People yelling Canelo name because they know that's the payday right now. So everybody wants to fight that. Go straight to Canelo, get this payday. If they take that, cause think about it. It's like Canelo. Canelo ran to fight Mayweather, right? Biggest payday he had at the time. So, but guess what? When you talk about Canelo and you be like, but he lost before. Guess what Canelo gonna say? I lost to the best dude in my era.
Oh, yeah. I haven't lost since.
Right. I lost to the greatest in my era. So if one of these guys get beat by Canelo and they got that one on their record, they can say, okay, I lost to the greatest in my era.
And
so why not?
Respectable. That's respectable.
Yeah, and then on top of that, that's why you want to fight Canelo early, get that big payday. Because that's another, man, you know, I was young. I was, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the third. I wasn't even seasoned. Man, look, but them guys need to fight each other. Jamel, all them. Fox Canelo, go fight Jamel. Jamel, you go fight. He probably dictating this stuff. Charles not supposed to tell people who they should be fighting. The king gets to do that.
Wait a minute. How you got Joe Louis on your Mount Rushmore without having Jack Johnson? But quick.
You probably don't know much about Jack Johnson. That was way before Joe. But I like Joe. I got Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? I got Sugar Ray Robinson. I don't have Roberto Duran. If this was my list and I had to put an eyeball on this list, I'm going to tell you, King of defense and me come with like Sweet Pea. It'll be somebody small.
See, because my Mount Rushmore is Mike Tyson, okay, Sugar Ray Robinson. Everybody knows I love Sugar Ray Robinson.
Yeah.
Jack Johnson, and I have Julio Cesar Chavez.
Okay, there you see. That's why I said somebody small. That's why I said I can't have all big guys.
With
I got
a notable mention to Thomas the Hitman Hearns.
Well, you already know. That Hagler, my dude. Hagler gonna be on mine. If I get Hagler for all three, he'll be 3 years slot. This is my dude. Roberto Duran gave Sugar Ray Leonard his first loss, went from super featherweight all the way to light heavyweight. Yes, he did. With Roberto Duran, Mike Run was only 5 years. Mike Run was only 5 years, but Mike Run stumped everybody. Hey, find me another 5 years you can compare to that 5 years.
Find me another one. Matter of fact, hell, Jack Johnson, and Joe Louis, and even Sugar Ray Robinson, they would fight 4 or 5 times a month.
Yeah, Sugar Ray Robinson. Yeah. That's how he bought a whole block. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he said, but to get that whole block today, you only got to fight 2 times. And so that man, but plus one thing, like I say, good fighters have superhuman qualities, bro. Sugar Ray Robinson could fight, knock people out going backwards.
Mike knocked out a lot of whack fight.
I'll be quiet. Don't jump into that pool. Don't jump into that pool. I feel like I'm talking to Detroit Kings right now. He just said the wrong thing. You go back in and he knocked out a whole lot of. Come on, bro.
Hold on.
Look, but this is boxing. This is boxing. All I can say is this. All I can say is this, man. You don't make number 1 for a reason. If you my mandatory, you a mandatory for a reason. And you can't tell me none of those championship fights was they were garbage. Come on, bro.
World
Stop
champion.
playing, bro. My dude, and on top of that, he comes from the era where you fought your mandatories. You fought everybody. It wasn't not about just fighting the main dudes. You fought everybody. Back then, when you didn't fight everybody, you got hit swept. That's like saying Bernard Hopkins is garbage. Held the belt for a decade, but he fought everybody. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? So like, stop it, bruh. Stop it, bruh. Hold on. Wait, he said Lewis. Hold on. He said Lewis over Tyson. How you gonna have Lewis over Tyson? Lewis in his prime said he didn't want none of Tyson. That came out of his mouth. He said, "I'm not ready for Mike Tyson." Holyfield even said he had a heart condition. Did I just not prove this the other time? Did I not prove it? Hold on. Did I not prove that Holyfield said he had a heart condition? That's why he didn't fight Mike Tyson in his prime. And didn't his mama say don't fight that man? And he didn't. He didn't fight Mike till he saw Mike was done. He had limited range and he was crazy. I proved that on here. You could look it up.
40-year-old
man, go on. B just talking. He just talking stuff. He trying to get don't fall. I'm not falling for it, bro. I'm not falling for it, bro.
No. You try to make the thing go longer than what it needs to because you caught it late. I know.
Yeah. Next question. Oh, man.
Hey, everybody. That's going to wrap up today's first half of the marathon of the judges table. Come through Wednesdays. Check us out. Do whatever you need to do. Until then, I'm out.